Hey, remember we had that listener event?
Yeah, our first ever listener event for Living Podcariously.
Yeah, 7/7/7, July 7th.
Giant success. In fact, we just gave Keith with the Children's Hunger Project his money from that event that we raised.
Indeed, we did. Hey, what was that beer that was donated for the event?
That was from Bug Nutty Brewery. That was called the Nutty Idiot. It was a medium-bodied lager. I don't remember the ingredients that they had in it, but man, it was good. We served 300 pours, all 300 possible pours that we could have out of their donation. We served very, very quickly that night.
Yeah, it had like an Asian flavor to it or something. It was like, I don't know what it was. It was interesting. It was cool, though. I loved it.
I think a little bit of a sesame flavor.
Yes.
I'm going to have to get that ingredient list from him. But yeah, that was really, really good. Our boy Ray Burrito also does comedy up there every third Thursday at Bug Nutty Brewery here on Merritt Island. He does the third Thursday comedy night up there.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
It's a really cool list. Every time I've been up there, it's amazing comics.
Nice.
Andrea, did you try the beer that night?
Oh, yes. It was wonderful.
She's not a beer drinker, can you tell?
Don't say it like that.
I wasn't standing at the game all night. I had plenty of time to drink beer.
Yeah, John and the guys over at Bug Nutty certainly hooked us up. So we want to send all of our listeners, if you're looking for a good microbrew, especially in Brevard County, there's a lot of them out there, and Bug Nutty is by far one of the best.
They are located at 715 North Courtney Parkway, Merritt Island. Give them a call at 321-452-4460 or email them at manager@bugnutty.com.
You're listening to Living Podcariously, bringing you real men's perspectives, unfiltered, unapologetic, and uncensored. Recorded live in the Living Podcariously studio in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida.
Welcome to another episode of Living Podcariously.
Woot woot.
I am Adam. I am one of your regular hosts, and Tach, I want to change stuff up, and I don't have this planned yet, so maybe I'll write this later. Okay. But I want to do an intro for everybody, like all the hosts of the show. Like I would turn to you and say, and sitting with me today is Tach, the greatest ginger in Brevard, or something like that.
Racist.
Oh,
Why is he the greatest?
the greatest male.
Are you serious right now?
And that's racist as
What
fuck.
does he do that I don't do?
And the war has already begun.
Right?
Well, see, when Tach goes down on me, he plays with the balls a little bit, which is...
Exactly.
I try. You say they're too sensitive.
Oh, I guess that's a good point. I've got my balls are like your nipples, Tach.
Oh.
Trust me, I know.
Really?
If we rub them together, it would be a superpower.
You can play with my nipples and balls all
That's
you
a
want.
really good idea.
So sitting across from me is
I am Tach.
super sensitive nipple Tach.
That's me. I'm Tach.
Yeah? All right. We'll
And
go
over
with
there
that.
on the Lady Chase is... Wait, I got to think of something. Over there in Lady Chase, I got nothing. Is...
Marie?
A girl?
Yeah, it's some chick. Go ahead.
Some chick?
I don't know. I couldn't think of anything. What is? Do you have sensitive nipples or balls or anything?
I hope
Yeah,
she
but
doesn't have balls.
all in a good way.
Oh, all in a good way. We got.
Hi, this is Andrea Joy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Jay was supposed to be his last night, but he had tooth surgery, or mouth surgery or something like that.
Oral surgery. He had oral surgery.
So we worked it out. I'm going to have the special little surprise for him on the next show when he's here as his last show, which should be a week from today. So
Should be.
got a couple tricks that I'm working on. For
I think it's
that
just
episode.
putting off, like not leaving.
Maybe that's it.
I think it's just no. I'll be next show will be my last show. You know, I've seen it 100 times.
When does the money start kicking in? Because he'll leave just after that. That's when he's going to
I
leave.
get severance pay or like no.
But a part of the Dichotomy Media team is sitting in here with us tonight on mic, and that is
course.
Mr. Wilson. But we're gonna go Josh for the
sorry,
episode.
Josh.
I like Mr. Wilson.
I like
Do you?
Mr. Wilson.
Didn't he say
too.
last week how he didn't?
All
like
I
Mr.
said is that
kind
it's just weird to have people call me Mr. Wilson.
But it's
That's your dad's name.
adorable. I love it.
It is
Just
adorable.
like
Mr.
people who call me
Wilson.
Mr. Wilson want something from me.
Yeah,
Which
that
is-
dick.
Which is sorry for chiming in, but which is
No,
weird
do it.
because you look like Dennis the Menace.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that voice you heard.
Yeah, God, how do I do the introduction for this man?
The
that we've got?
amazing,
I
the
don't know.
talented, the wonderful.
The man of many faces.
Mr. Triple Threat himself,
Indeed.
Jason Crase, is joining us in studio tonight.
All right.
Hello.
You guys may remember him. He sat in on the episode with us when we had Mr. Mike Burns performing
Yes.
for a little while. He was in and out on that episode. He had some stuff to take care of.
So
He
was
was
I.
everywhere.
I was in and out that episode.
I was trying to, elude.
No, I like to just go balls out. We're talking about balls still?
Yeah, that's true.
We're always talking about balls.
Yes,
Okay.
balls is a good subject.
And we actually have another person sitting in studio.
We do.
Tach, why don't you do the introductions for this person?
Well, I brought, I feel like it's show and tell. I brought with me tonight this little package here.
Oh.
This is Patty.
Hi, Patty.
Hi. Is my lips on this alright?
What's that?
I says my mouth on this alright?
Wow, your dick is just like a microphone.
She wants to know. She wants to know if she can put her mouth on it.
Already been spanked.
The answer is
so-
always yes.
Okay.
That
But
sounded a little muddy. Is that fixed?
That's
Check
not
it.
the mic.
hi.
You talk into it real quick.
Hold it away.
Just test it.
Hold it away from you a little.
Yeah, move away from your mic, though.
Test,
No,
test,
that one
test.
you're
Oh,
supposed
test.
You sound right.
Sounds
It
fine.
does sound a little bit muddy, but
my
not.
voice sounds like two dicks rubbing together. So test, test,
How do
test.
you know what that sounds like, Tach?
Like you don't know what that sounds like. Okay. Test. Yeah. Did you take out like all the
No, that's only
all
on
the
that.
low end?
No, there is no. That's channels that have no ability to
You're
control
pickier than a girl.
settings.
You're picky.
I'll switch it over. Hang on.
Yeah, come on, burn me. Do
I was
it.
gonna say you're pickier
Test
than a girl.
it. Test it for me now.
No, I'm pickier than.
Test, test, test. Hello.
You sound exactly the same.
Sounds exactly the same. All right, we'll just deal with it. Okay. So I brought with me this little package here. This is Patty. Patty,
Show
say
and
hi.
tell time.
Hi.
Hi, that's enough. No,
Patty.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Tach, did you tell her we're all new guests? And Jason did this when he was new on the show.
I was nude.
They have to take their clothes off. Did you?
Oh.
Did you not say
I
that?
was gonna
He
leave
just
that for
said he
you.
was new.
See, I wanted to wear my birthday suit, but he said not the first time. So
Tach,
true,
what are you
it's
doing,
true.
buddy?
he
true.
said
There's no time better than the first time.
Okay.
That's the best time.
Keep your shirt on, sweetie. Keep your shirt on.
Damn. All right.
But Patty and I, we actually go way back to like the 90s. So,
Oh.
Georgia.
dear.
yeah,
Me
yeah.
too.
We've got some.
Georgia.
We've got some
You were
listeners.
alive back then too. No, but we were friends back in the 90s, back in my Navy days and stuff like that. She was
In the Navy.
yeah, she was a friend of mine, and we used to hang out in the same crowd. And,
He's been after me for a long time. So.
so we are actually like I guess
Engaged?
we're engaged.
Yeah, that's quick.
That's not fair, Adam. They just.
No, we're not engaged, but we are I guess technically on our first date.
Yes,
so.
we are.
That's the weirdest first date ever. This guy
I
I'm
know.
dating.
He already spanked me like several times today
I
too.
did.
Oh, man, you guys don't waste any time.
Well, I've been friends with her forever. So.
And we've got Josh's dogs in the studio. So we've got little Oliver, our mascot, and Rusty and Kuma, who are running around the studio. So you
They're
might
the
hear
worst.
some
She's
dogs.
adorable.
They are the worst.
They're awesome. They're awesome dogs.
But Oliver's the cutest.
Yes.
So speaking of first dates,
Yeah. Did you have a first date?
didn't we have a first date?
I meant,
I'm
like,
still
recently.
waiting for it.
Oh, okay.
You took your girl to something very interesting for a first date kind of event,
I did.
right? What'd you go? What'd you do?
We went to Taco Bell earlier, and no, we went to see.
Just a
Live
warning.
Moss.
Just a warning. If Tach eats Taco Bell, you just need to just give him some room.
Don't listen
Give
to
him some
him.
space.
So yeah, we decided to go to the Cocoa Village Playhouse, and we watched a little play. I don't know if you guys have heard it, but it's
Little
called
thing.
Beauty and the Beast,
Oh,
Nice.
or it might be Breast. I wasn't sure.
Well,
Beauty and I don't remember.
That's at a
but-
different playhouse.
Oh,
wait,
Told you
they
the
tore
wrong
Wiggle.
yeah.
They tore Wiggles down. I don't know.
Yeah, that's sad,
Aw,
isn't
that's where Beauty and the
Oh, wait.
Breast was.
It was the Sugar Shack glass.
The sugar.
it?
Which is
No,
odd.
there is no beauties in that place. It was mostly beasts and breasts.
Hey,
Like
they had the midget every once in a while.
They
was a
prefer the term
beauty.
little people.
Oh, excuse me.
So-
The Wiggles was a strip club here in Merritt Island. I don't know, just it's short of a year or 2 years ago. They had a 2-for-1 special though. You get two dancers for one. Well, basically, it was the girl who was pregnant.
Oh,
I just imagined like one tit out, one tit in. I didn't know.
and then you do the hokey pokey and you choose.
Sorry. Let's get back to your date.
Okay, so we went and saw Beauty and the Beast at Cocoa Village Playhouse. And I didn't know this going into it, but I actually knew a couple people in the show.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. it was
Really?
great. Yeah.
That's
Whom?
so cool.
Whom?
Well, there was
This girl.
there was this girl. She played one of the wives, I think is what it was. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then there was some guy that played a flashlight. I don't know. It was weird.
Wait, was it a fleshlight or a flash?
That would make the weirdest Lumiere
Wait
ever.
a minute.
Wait, I think I did go to Beauty and the Breast.
Booty in the
Beauty
breast.
and the Breast.
If that's not a porn parody, it needs to become it now.
Yeah,
We
so
shall
our
make
other
it.
two guests are actually here from the show.
Oh, good.
It wasn't a flashlight, it was actually Lumiere.
Lumiere. Yes, I believe he stole the show. Actually, Jason was in it, and I thought he did a fantastic job. It was awesome. He stole the show, I think.
Yeah, I want to talk.
you.
I want to talk a lot about that, but I want.
Cool.
I want to see if Tach has anything else he wants to say about dating, because we've been asking you about dating
I
stories.
told you. I was like, this is probably going to be brought up tonight.
Oh yeah,
Be prepared.
we've wanted. So unfortunately, when you date Tach, you're also kind of dating all of us.
I fucking called this shit. Go
So
ahead.
we want to know the details of his life, just like the rest of us. If any of us were also dating, we would, tell each other. And this is kind of our place to therapeutically release that information
I
to
didn't
get
even
that
say
out.
what my part was yet.
Well, we're going to talk about Beauty and the
Nobody
Beast.
cares about the
Actually, I would like to hear what
baker's
she has
wife.
to say.
Damn it!
I did because I thought you were the most important person in that
Thank
play.
you so much. There,
Stick
what
a
would the show
baguette in
be
it.
without baguettes?
Exactly.
The first line is, well, it's not the first one, is it?
It
Yeah,
wouldn't-
it is.
It wouldn't be French if it weren't
little.
for the
It's different.
baguette.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, the first mention of anyone else.
Oh, that's not a very
There
good
goes
word
the
to use.
baker.
Oh, baguette. Sorry.
You made that joke last week, Tach.
I was like, that's not a nice word.
But she doesn't say anything, so I can't talk in her voice. I can say, "My, would a guy that gets on." Does that work?
That works. That'll be the intro for our show now.
I'm the bad guy.
You're the baguette.
Beast. Kill the beast.
So, Patty, as a first date,
Yes.
as a first time, and I know you know Tach from the past, so that kind of makes it a little less, I don't know, intimidating. But as a first date, him taking you to a play, a musical.
It's a musical.
How?
It was actually amazing because I have never been to a play before. So
Really?
this is my first time ever going, and it was amazing. But no, it was really sweet because we were like, I text him once in a while, and like then I'll texting him, and then I'll like hit him back up and go back and forth. But no, we were talking last night, and I
How
won't
about
say
a
that.
Don't mention that. Don't
Okay,
mention
I won't.
Whoa.
Oh, they had phone sex.
No,
Y'all can
no,
tell
no.
us about it.
No, not that. Not that.
Oh.
Something else.
No, but he was a gentleman. He picked me up. He opened my door,
Very
Aw.
good.
and then yes.
Oh wait, I've got the test.
Say it. Say it.
Okay.
So I've got an
wait.
ultimate test for girls
This is
when
it.
you open
I
the
did.
door.
I did.
You reached over and
I
unlocked it?
did.
All right, she's a keeper,
It
Tach.
was so funny because like she reached over and was like trying to open the door, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Holy shit, you just passed like the test that Adam and Andrea have." I was like, "I've never seen this before, never heard of it before." And she's like,
It's-
"What?" And I was
Like, yeah, what?
I didn't
what's the
know
test?
either. I didn't
I didn't know
it was the
either.
first
He opened
time.
my door, so I reached over
Reached
and
over
opened
to
it.
it.
I'm patting Patty.
Here's how it works.
So
for
funny.
a first date scenario, well, really any time that a guy takes a girl out, you open her door and you let her get in the car, and then you walk around behind the car, all right, to go to your side of the car.
long walk.
Yes, you take the longer way around, specifically for a test. And that test is to see if the girl reaches over and unlocks or even opens the door. That's a serious test. If she doesn't, then she thinks she's too good for you or too good for the situation. If she does, she's a keeper and she's into it.
So when guys go on date,
Same thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Same thing. But
Someone
really, we're
who
just
ever opens
we're
someone
just testing the reach around skill.
That makes sense.
That's fantastic.
Jason, where's your boyfriend, by the way? Because I know
Do you have a boyfriend? I didn't know that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. I do. Very.
How long has that been going on?
It's been off and on for it'll be 2 years in April.
Oh shit! I didn't.
This is the
know
first time I've had like an off and on thing. And
that.
No,
Well,
they
there
tell you
won't
not
they?
and we're definitely on now, and he's fantastic. He's just
Last time
My
I had an
dear
off and on, I
friend.
got pregnant. So be careful.
I wouldn't mind getting pregnant.
You would be adorable.
No, we'd be great dads together. That's for sure. He's a really great guy. And Anthony, incidentally, Anthony is the one who created the drips on the candle. My candles.
Oh, cool.
He came in and helped work on those. I created those candles myself.
Really?
Now I got a question.
Yeah, it's time to get into it.
Sorry,
turning those
B&B.
on?
No.
Yes.
We need to get into the Beauty and the Beast because we alluded to it a little bit, but Andrea plays Marie.
Marie,
the baguettes.
Baguettes, hurry up.
And,
I'm very excited to be in the company. It's a wonderful cast and it's so much fun.
and
Disney.
Jason plays one of the leads. He plays the very infamous Lumiere.
Lumiere.
Indeed.
Lumiere.
So we've got
Perfect
got
part
questions.
for you.
I figured
never would have picked that part for you in the beginning.
Well,
But as soon as I saw you do it, like if I hadn't seen you ever do it,
And your voice is amazing.
I
though.
wouldn't think
thank
of
you,
you as that
Patty.
when I'd first see it. I would just think you automatically as a prince.
when I auditioned, I did put Lumiere, like I was interested in being read for Lumiere, simply because, I guess is a fun song, and I didn't understand what kind of role it was until we got into it. And I've never been in a situation where I've been a comedy pair, like the straight man, funny man, Abbott Costello type situation.
Yeah, you guys were good together.
And that's so much fun.
yeah, definitely.
So much fun.
Yeah, so I got in trouble, by the way. So I went opening night to watch your show, and I love Cocoa Village Playhouse. My favorite spot to sit is definitely in the balcony.
Oh, yeah.
Because I get to see more, especially if a big cast, and you got
picture.
70 people on stage sometimes. I mean, I know
80.
that's not... Did you have 80 on stage at one time?
Almost.
For
Good
the
Lord.
end.
Holy shit.
Oh,
To
At
see
the
everyone,
end.
it's hard if you're sitting down in the bottom section. Even if you're up front, it's hard to see everyone. So I wanted to see the entire crowd. So when we were picking out my first tickets, I said I want the balcony, best seat in the balcony that there was. Andrea got me dead in the middle of the balcony, so it was perfect.
Nice, yeah.
But I got in trouble with Andrea at the end of the show. You guys do something cool at Cocoa Village Playhouse. All the cast members come out front to greet all of the guests as you're leaving, which was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a really cool thing to see. But she came up to me and she asked me, she goes, so what was your favorite number? Like, oh my God, Be Our Guest was absolutely my favorite. She's like, I wasn't in that.
Yeah,
I was the
when I
singing
saw her
pork.
too. Well, that was the first thing she asked me
I
too
was
when
the
I
singing
saw her.
pork. I was singing
She goes,
in it.
what was your favorite song? I was like, I was at the guest on one. And she was like, yes, that's what you're supposed to say.
That's what I was
And I was
supposed
like,
to say.
well, it was though. That was like the best show I thought. Did you think so, Patty?
Oh, absolutely.
What was your favorite performance, Patty?
What was your, what did you like?
It's okay. You
No,
can
no,
give us
for
your
real.
highlights.
This is just a joke between us because he's my boyfriend. He has to say what I'm in.
No,
Be Our Guest is a big highlight.
yeah, Be Our Guest. That was absolutely amazing.
It's it's a well-loved number. It's probably, I would say, the best known.
Oh, yeah.
It is absolutely.
Besides the title
was funny.
song of the
Yeah.
movie Beauty and the
Yeah.
Beast, it's
Josh, you
Be
know
Our
it. So go ahead and
Guest.
sing it.
Be our guest. Be our guest.
Oh, it's Mike's broken.
Oh, okay. It was kind of funny. You're like right before that song started, you can hear everybody going, "Oh, be our guest." They're like,
Here, it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah,
It's coming.
yeah, they're like the band is about to play their famous song. It's like that's how it was.
Well, I guess technically I am in it because everyone's dancing. They can't sing as loud, and I'm standing there singing
Yeah,
as loud
she's
as
what's
I
called.
can.
There's a term we have. It's called a wing singer. So the rest of the cast who isn't on stage is in the wings,
Which is only about 20 of us out of the whole cast.
really.
There's 65 people in that number, I think.
Well, and we have a beautiful theater, but it's a vaudeville style. So the wing space is tiny. I think it's 6 feet.
Maybe it's
What?
I think it's 6 feet stage left, 8 feet stage right. It's
Holy shit! I
very
didn't know it was that
small.
small.
So people are just crammed, and we have giant costumes, giant sets.
Where the hell do the sets go when they fold out of the scene then?
They
go.
go.
Wow.
It's very
It's
Tetris
precarious.
puzzle like.
That's exactly it.
Everyone has a spot and you just fit in there. When I'm standing back there with my bread basket, it's above my head like this because there's so many people around
walking
me.
past.
As I'm coming in and out of the stage,
The real,
I'm like this back
I
there,
often
like,
say the real show is happening backstage.
I imagine
Real.
so.
Really.
yeah, there is definitely a show back there.
So there's 1,000 questions I've got for you guys about that show. So number one, it was a great show.
We can't give away anything though.
Yeah, that's true. So by the way, for our listeners who are interested in going to see this, Jason, why don't you guys say when it's going to be going again? I know it's going next weekend, but is it also going a third weekend after that?
Absolutely, yes. I believe October 8th is the current end date at the moment, but certainly if the show sells, we'll extend.
Nice.
And I think the show will.
Yeah.
We had a really great opening weekend, and that usually dictates how the run's going to go. and whether we add shows or not.
Nice.
So September 22nd, which we've had through October 8th, is the slotted time, but we can certainly
We'll definitely
do
hold
it.
over
And
another
we typically
weekend.
perform Friday nights, 2 shows on Saturday, a matinee at 2, a Saturday evening performance at 7:30, and then a matinee on Sunday at 2 o'clock.
That's awesome. And CocoaVillagePlayhouse.com
.com.
is where you can buy your tickets.
Yes.
Do you? If our listeners buy anything, should they say Jason and Andrea, or what does it? I mean, I know it won't give them a
matter
discount,
at
but it'll
this
help
point.
you guys, won't it?
Yeah.
So maybe someday in the future it will, but
Yeah,
at this
yeah.
point,
That's a
yeah,
that's
just
a whole
come,
nother
just come
conversation.
see it.
Just come see
If
it.
you know us personally, you can talk to us and you can get a discount on your tickets.
Yeah.
I didn't get a discount.
Yeah, I was very upset because when I get you tickets, not
Thank
only
you.
do you get the discount, but I get prizes at the end of the year.
Thank you for
Well,
your
didn't tell me.
contribution.
You're welcome.
I like the prizes.
And tickets are between what, like $18 and $24?
It's 18 and 32.
18
and
32.
And the only reason 32 is 32 dictates priority seating, not priority seating, excuse me, aisle seating. That's if you need a seat on the aisle, there's an upcharge because they're in high demand.
Gotcha.
But typically tickets are around $25. So
Let me tell you, in your mezzanine area, the fact that that you guys serve beer and wine certainly makes it nice, and they give you those cool nostalgia cups to take home.
Love those cups.
with lids, so I can now look manly drinking beer out of a sippy cup.
That's
I'm
like
okay with
my
that.
entire cabinet. I have no other glasses. It's all
in our
Cocoa Village
theater,
Playhouse.
our theater stays clean.
Yes, and it smells nice.
Not
Things
like
aren't falling
old
apart.
beer.
So could we have gotten like the balcony seats and
Sure.
like so we can be like the Muppet guys, the old guys. Which one's the beast?
I can't tell. She looks like a beast to me.
No, but
I
seriously,
love you,
like,
Dominique.
the chick who played Belle, like her voice is amazing.
Belle was
Dominique.
awesome.
Let's talk
She's
about
just like
Dominique
the
Solano
cartoon.
for a
She's
minute.
better than the cartoon.
She's flawless with her voice.
Oh,
Wow.
Dominique.
They're perfect. Oh,
We've known Dominique Solano
She's
for
so
since she
little.
was a wee little girl.
She did
Little
your guys'
orphan.
stars program that Alyssa is actually in right
Absolutely,
now, correct?
yes, she did, along with her sister Gabrielle, her mother Gay. Her name is Gay Solano, and actually their dad Dan kind of chimed in for a couple of shows too. But the Solano girls have been involved with the Playhouse for a long time, and Dominique went off and did a little bit of performing here and there. I know she did some theme park work, and she's back in the area, and she's just
going to nursing
She has
school.
that.
Going to nursing
she has
school.
that Disney voice down. Like it's
I'll tell you,
perfect.
there's
I know.
there's one person in that play, or in the musical. Andrea, I told you this already, so don't spoil it. I want to see if Jason can guess it, or maybe since you guys saw it, you guys can possibly try too. There's one character, one of the leads, that has that Disney voice that would fit in any movie other than Belle. Belle was fantastic.
Yeah.
Other than Lumiere, because he's sitting
Oh,
right
I
here.
Right.
But there's one character that was so Disney-esque to me. I'm like, Jesus, she sounds like she's in a cartoon right
Whoa,
now.
it was a
girl.
girl?
I said a she, didn't I? Okay, yeah, it's the she. Not many more at this point.
I was thinking your next favorite was LeFou.
Are you saying Mrs. Potts?
That's the only thing I can
Yes.
think
Yeah.
of.
Mrs. Potts'
Kathy
voice,
Cassidy.
She's the perfect Mrs. Potts.
She's
Her
a lovely
voice
Mrs.
is
Potts.
awesome. Her
Yes.
solos were just remarkable.
Yeah, I
but
know.
yes, LeFou was my next favorite. After, of course, you two. LeFou was my next favorite.
David Morales.
He is a clown. He is.
He
so
is.
fun.
I picked him out immediately. He was in Joseph as well with you, wasn't he?
Yep.
He was
Yep.
the guy that did the solo, like the Caribbean solo in
Yes.
Joseph.
Yeah, he called that one out. He's like, that's him.
What's the name of that song? I forget.
Shoot. Benjamin's Calypso.
The Calypso. That's right. Yeah. That David
Oh, no,
Morales.
not he.
He's a genius. He's an amazing singer. He's a fine actor, and he's a brilliant comedian.
Nice.
Yeah.
Some of the other things that amazed me about that show. So, and it wasn't just me sitting in there that first night, the crowd gasped a couple of times in like amazement at something. And the transition, and I won't spoil it for the listeners who are still going to go see it. However, the transition between the woods where the wolves were to the front door of the castle and then into the castle was so remarkable.
Yeah.
It was an illusion to
I
the
wish I could
audience.
see
Yep.
that.
It was hard to really
It's pretty
describe.
cool. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, because you
I
have
like that.
a completely 3D set that
Yeah.
appears out of nowhere, like
Yep.
interactable stairs. The whole 9 yards just appears out of nowhere. That was amazing. I was very impressed.
It's a really great example of stage magic. I mean, all the things that just fly and go and this and that and ba ba ba. It's all timed, and just it's amazing to me what it takes and how many people it takes to make something look simple.
Yeah.
Because it's not.
Yeah, the simplest little thing. Which, I mean, after the show closes, we might give away some of the little secrets. So
Sure.
just to give you the background reality, but not until then.
I can't wait.
Like Josh hasn't seen it.
I haven't seen it yet. This show sounds awesome. I'm so excited.
It's
When are you going to take Margaret?
I'm sure there'll be a group date like last time.
So it'll probably, unfortunately, have to be the last weekend, the 8th.
Hey, could we
Okay, we'll be really good by then.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Were there any
well-oiled machine.
Were there any growing pains from first night to tonight's performances?
Not pains.
Not pains, but it really
Improvements, maybe. Maybe that's a better choice.
I think because of time constraints with the storm and all that. You know, we missed 4 crucial working days.
Yeah.
On the show, and it's a forgive the pun, but it's a monster of a show, and so. I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say this. Friday, Saturday, and well, I think the show came together today.
Mm-hmm.
Really, the last performances weren't rehearsals by any stretch. But
I don't see how Friday's night's show was so good.
I feel like the show cured today. It finally set.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So
It's a
We
really
at least got
elegant way to
do
say
it as many times as we missed 4 rehearsals, so giving us 4 more times to do it, it would have been our last rehearsal today.
yeah, exactly.
Technically, so
Cool.
so
I
next
enjoyed it. I thought it
Thursday
was
is going to
great.
be a good opening.
By the way, Lumiere absolutely steals the show.
Yes.
There's no question.
No question at all.
You've said that like 20 times.
Yeah, well,
And I'm going to say it 21 times.
Are you sleeping with
He
Jason
steals.
tonight, or are you sleeping with me tonight? I mean, you can say that. Y'all can say it all you want. It's
Surprise,
only
Patty. We're all sleeping together. tonight.
Sweet.
she's a keeper. All right. Well, on that note, let's take a break in studio.
So when we come back, too, I do have a game that we're going to continue.
Oh, we have games
It's not a
What's in that
segment.
bag? Wait a minute.
It's not a segment. It's going to be played through the rest of the show.
the rest of the show. Okay.
Yes. So,
All right. Do you want to do that before we get a break, or we'll do it when we come back?
yeah, we'll do it when we come back.
All right. Well, cool deal. Well, on that note, guys, we've got some food and some wine in there, so please be our guest and help yourself.
Do your French one. He's going to do that tonight.
Sacre bleu.
I'll be your Babette.
I know some naughty French that I learned abroad.
Marie, I'll let you
French.
hold my baguette.
What's the naughty French? Tell us your naughty French.
Okay, there's 2 things. Fils de pute, enculé, which is very bad to say to anybody.
sounds really
Fils de
romantic.
pute, enculé. And then there's j'ai
beautiful.
fait un repère qui peut et je me sens mieux.
I know
Now
that.
do it like you're
sexy.
like all sweet and nice. Like say
wasn't?
it that way.
Fils de pute, enculé.
And what does it
Aw,
mean?
that sounds adorable.
It means I fucked your mom in the ass.
Yes.
And then j'ai fait un repère qui peut et je me sens mieux is I farted and I really like the way it smells.
That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know.
Basically, you can get around Paris like that.
It sounds so beautiful, though.
Now combine them. I fucked your mom in the ass and she farted and I like the way it smells. All right. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back, guys. Listen to a little bit of DJ Gil Lugo. Village Idiot Pub. You locals know about it. You guys from out of town have to check them out.
Village Idiot Pub is now a proud sponsor with Living Podcariously and the Twisted 10 podcasts.
It's more than just about commercials, though. The cast here will be taking our show on the road to Village Idiot to record some episodes as well as hold events. They have over 30 beers on tap, including ciders and Hefeweizen, my favorite, as well as hundreds of bottle choices.
Adam, you forgot my favorite, all the delicious wine. So get your friends together and enjoy the board games, puzzles, and the giant Jenga.
Let the owner, Jason, as well as the rest of the staff there, take excellent care of your beer drinking needs.
Mention either one of our shows to the staff and get 10% off your tab.
Tuesday is open mic, Wednesday is trivia, Thursday is karaoke, Friday and Saturday night are live music.
Visit them at 4 Harrison Street, Suite 103, Cocoa, Florida, or Village Idiot Pub on Facebook. And don't forget, they are a dog-friendly location, so bring your friends, family, and fur babies.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
And I want my favorite DJ to give everybody the word. Who's on the turntables tonight, my son?
Baddest DJ on 2 turntables.
DJ QnA.
The skill is extraordinary.
Throw the switch and let us begin.
Hey, it's Adam. If you enjoyed the content or the cast of Living Podcariously, be sure to check out the other show we produce. It's called The Twisted 10. Each week, a host or a guest host takes over the show and brings their own unique and original top 10 list to the show. Here's a few examples. Top 10 crazy religious practices. Top 10 sexual fetishes. Twisted Guinness World Records. Top 10 possible human extinction events. And my personal favorite, top 10 best or worst infomercial products. As you can see, the content is all over the place for the show. However, it is a lot of fun to produce, and we hope you like it. As always, thanks for listening. And welcome back to Living Podcariously.
Hi.
Again, this is a hell of a cool environment. This group dynamic that we've got right here. I'm just saying, it's a really good
Hey,
feeling.
remember Jay's night?
Well, look.
Last time I
love
heard
Jay.
that, I was listening to an episode that I wasn't at. So, like, this is great dynamic
but you
we
did-
have here right now.
You did say he was getting oral, so what's the problem?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
He's happy not to be here. And he's probably really drugged up from the dentist.
Nah, he is. Yeah, he
A
sent me a
drugged
text.
oral night. Is he in Reno? Where's he at? I don't know.
He sent me a text that he couldn't be here tonight. He's in a
Lorraine
lot of
throws
pain.
a great party.
We love you, Jay. We miss you. For the listeners out there, go check out Jay's podcast. It's called Pops On. Pops On. There you go. That's our
There it
plug
is.
bell, by the way.
Yep.
Plug.
Every time we plug something, we hit that.
Hey, Adam.
Yeah, what's up?
It's game time.
I love games.
He's got a Ziploc.
Okay,
A
so
rolled up Ziploc.
Jason's spoiled more
just
than
to
me.
paint a picture.
this game time is not going to be a segment. This is like kind of like when Dan Cummins was here.
Ooh, the whole time during the episode?
Yes, exactly. It's actually the
All
same
right.
game we're going to play.
Oh,
So,
no, I love it.
yes.
I need my
So
glasses
I
on.
better draw better
Ooh,
ones this
Patty's
time.
got cute feet. Anyway,
That's what everybody always tells
Patty's
me.
got cute
You
toes.
know what
And
you
you-
need,
And
though?
you like my toe ring?
Yeah, cute
The only thing you need
Thank
is a
you.
pedicure. I work at Brent Allen's salon
I
and
do
day
need it.
spa,
Plug.
oh, sorry.
and we do pedicures.
So
I
you
do
have
pedicures.
really cute feet, Patty.
Cat?
So
Listeners, all listeners get 20% off their first visit with Andrea Joy up at Brent Allen Salon as well.
Especially for Brazilians.
yes, I
Okay.
do those. I'm doing them on Wednesday.
Fantastic.
Okay, so in
Happy
this game,
ending.
Thank you.
what we're going to do is I'm going to pass the little baggie around. Everybody's going to grab 3 little pieces of paper out.
3?
Can we look at
3.
them?
Yes, absolutely. Look at
Okay.
them. So, Patty.
Nice.
So it's going to be
Good. I
going
give that
around.
about a 3, though, Josh. I know you can do better.
Interjections. Ba-da-dun-dun, ba-da-dun-dun.
Okay, I can't remember how many we made. Me and the kids and Patty all made these words in here. So,
When
But
your
she knows
kids-
what they are then.
well, she knows and I know, but you know how
That's
horrible
cheating.
I am.
You never know who she's going to get, though.
Right.
Cheating.
So, remember, I knew all the words last time and I lost last time, so it doesn't matter.
Slap the bag, Ange.
Don't say what you've got,
I
though.
had the
Don't
worst
say it.
words
Yes,
last
don't say what you
time.
got. So
you get
feel
yours?
I
free.
wanna go
Don't
last.
let anybody else see the words you have.
So I get 3.
So
1, 2.
everybody's gonna grab 3, and I don't remember how many there are. So if there's enough to go around again, we'll go around again and everybody grab one more. Andrea,
Okay.
when you get your 3, can you check and see if
I was
there's
gonna
6
make
more?
sure I was gonna make sure I picked ones I wanted.
There's
That's why I went
definitely-
last.
There's definitely enough for 4. Do you want us to take 4?
Yeah, let's take 4.
Damn, why didn't we do this before last segment?
What do you mean?
Nothing.
Oh, I got you.
He knows.
I don't know why specifically, but
We're all taking one more?
yeah. Everybody take 4.
4?
Oh, I need one more.
You came unplugged, Andrea.
I know, it's the headphones.
I love you in see-through spandex, by the way.
And if you're having trouble reading it, my son did write a couple of these, and his handwriting is a bit atrocious.
I don't know how I'm going to get that one done.
I turned them the other way so the holes didn't show my butt.
Okay, so what we're going to do is when you have these words,
Now it just shows your puss.
your goal in this game through the rest of the episode is to get people to say one of your words without actually... You can bait them, but you can't like force them to say it.
I'm a master at that, Tach.
Masturbator. So if somebody just happens to say one of your words in normal conversation, then, you know, call it out. Say, oh, sweet, that was my words. Awesome. And you kind of show it and throw it. And that's one, you know, throw it to the middle or wherever these guys, not my house, but you just throw it away.
The
And
dogs will pick
whoever
it up.
has the least amount at the, I don't know.
Are you going to have a punishment?
I don't have a punishment unless somebody can think of something.
But is there a winner?
I don't know if I want to do a winner or a loser.
So I'm gonna kill y'all.
We can do both. You could say winner gets the first person to get rid of all 4 of their pieces of paper. By the way, has the game begun yet, Tach?
Not yet.
Okay. So the first person to get rid of all 4 of their pieces of paper wins, and then there will also be a loser, the person who has the most at the end. So a winner and a loser. But we should have something for both of them to do.
I don't know what. Maybe Jason can think of something.
Oh, well, I don't know if you want to leave that in my hands.
Something creative. Pull your mic this way just a little bit.
Oh, right. Not
There
that.
you go.
Not the
Perfect.
head. Not the tip.
Perfect.
All right.
You're on the side of the shaft, not on the tip.
Yeah, it's fine. I like to concentrate. Never mind. What?
Yes.
So does everybody understand the rules of the game? So
We just got to get you guys to say my words. That's it.
That's it. And just got to get everybody to say your words. And you don't have to bait anybody. If somebody just happens to say one of the words,
Damn it.
let's say one of your words is boat, and somebody happens to say the word boat.
Since you wrote these, one of these words, one of my pieces of paper, is absolutely something you say in every episode. However, because you know what the word is, I don't think you're going to say it this time.
What makes you think I'm going to say it though?
Because you say this word every episode.
Yes, but
What is
how
it?
stupid I am, I won't remember, and I'll just say it. So don't count on
All
that
right.
so much.
Hey, I have a chance at winning. Jay's not here.
Yeah.
Hey,
Just
Andrea. Hey, Andrea. Did you know
Game hasn't
that-
started yet, Jason.
Game hasn't started
If
yet.
you're baiting her, the game hasn't
I'm
started.
totally baiting.
Okay.
I'm already
I
baiting.
would have got away with it at that point, but now I'm paying attention.
You want to ring the bell to let us know when the game has begun?
Well, is everybody ready?
Well, what's the punishment for the winner and
I
the
don't know,
award for the
Jason?
winner? I mean, loser and winner.
Winner sugar. I don't know. I'm not. No. Patty.
Patty?
I'm gonna defer to Patty.
Talking to the mic.
Winner gets.
A 20-minute massage.
What?
Wait a minute.
From the loser?
From the loser.
Yes.
That's awesome. I do like that.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
What was
20
he
minutes.
rubbing
too
my
long.
back earlier? I was like, oh.
Okay,
I was
see,
like,
she makes these noises.
it felt really good.
So they're planning on winning and losing.
I think so.
Fine. We can
I
make
can't
that
get anybody to
happen.
say my
I mean,
words.
if y'all are down with that,
She's all about getting
I think this is
swinging, isn't
I
she?
think this is a setup. I think.
Yeah.
I think.
All
Tach
right,
set this
so
up.
if they win and lose, that'll be their prize.
okay.
Okay. What about for the common folk?
All right, so for the rest of us, loser. So the person with the most amount of
The
pieces
loser
of paper.
has to do the dishes
Never
from
mind.
tonight.
There's no dishes in there.
There's all these cups.
All right, fair enough.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
They go in the dishwasher.
Well, damn it, I was
That's
going to come
very
up with
I
something
know
better.
you don't know where that is. No, he helps a
Fucking
Oh,
lot.
God, I was so
Adam.
waiting for you to go. It's right there on the
Adam.
table.
He helps a lot.
I'm not cleaning your pool.
Ooh, yes.
Ooh, it needs
yes.
to be clean too.
The loser has to clean the pool.
I'm not cleaning the pool.
No. I was going to say
Yeah,
something
there's a
like
pool out there.
the loser has to give their best from memory recital of a song, a famous song.
Be our guest.
Okay.
Ooh.
The loser has to sing a song.
Okay.
What
And
does
the winner-
get?
Wait, can they sing along with it? Like,
No, you have to do it a cappella
Just
from memory.
straight
I could do
And
karaoke,
you have
though.
to have
yes,
at least.
karaoke, please.
We could do karaoke.
Okay.
No,
Fine.
because that would be, it's a loser.
Well,
But
right, but the
here-
loser has to sing.
hardest.
Here in studio for us, the loser has to do also a nice dance
All right. Oh, how about you
that
do
we
a
can-
dance?
Drinking.
that we can commentate on.
Okay, so you can have the karaoke version on the screen.
Okay.
if you stand up and dance with it.
Stand up and dance with it as
a
we
loser.
describe what is going on.
And the winner gets to pick the song.
God, I'm totally
Is that the winning
I'm gonna
prize?
lose.
Wouldn't that be a winning prize?
Oh, can I
Yeah,
add
that's
something
fun.
to this as well real quick?
Go ahead.
What I would like to do before we actually start this game is we're going to go around real quick, and what I want each one of you to do, the rest of us are going to take our headphones off, and I might play some music in the background.
Oh, I gotcha.
I want you to whisper like this into the microphone
Oh, so
what your words are, so our audience isn't confused the whole time. All right?
All right.
Does that make sense?
Will the
Yeah.
audience remember? I mean, they're going to be listening to 24 words.
Maybe. However, the point is that we're at least giving the audience the ability to listen and play along. You know what I mean? To hear the words that we're trying to get you guys to say. So,
Gotcha.
because if I go down
Gotcha.
an entire goat rope of trying to get you to say something, then
Right.
the audience will be more understanding. Oh yeah, that was one of Adam's words. You know what I mean?
I got you.
All right, got it. I've
Okay.
got mine off. Hum. You gotta take your headphones off, Jason.
All right. So in the background.
I'm texting.
No, it's not.
Take
It's
them
not
off.
yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Background, they're not going to pick it up.
No. The audience will hear this too, but it just helps you where you guys can't hear whispering. So in the background and here in studio,
going
what you're
first?
hearing,
I can't
hang
hear
on,
anything.
what you're hearing is Devin Lupus, his performance here in studio with us. All right, I'll go first. Everybody got your headphones off?
I don't know.
All right.
Scooby Dooby Doo.
No, you can't talk.
Where are
All right,
you?
Adam's words are firehouse, your mom, first date, and Halloween. All right, Andrea, you're up.
All right, Andrea
Remember,
Joyce.
whisper.
Keep going. I'm going. Andrea Joyce words are Taco Bell, wink, butterfly, and candy.
Hi, it's Jason. Listen up. I have death, Star Wars, bubbles, and pineapple.
Hurry up. Go. I'm going to say your words.
Toilet,
Ollie, Kuma, Rusty.
hurricane, flush, bird.
Ollie.
Play up now. Oh. Hey, guys. Hey, this is Tach. What's going on, guys? I have the coolest words ever. My first word is piglet. Another word is McDonald's. Another word I have is Pennywise. And another one is nuke. Oh, yeah.
All right, Josh, you're up. You know, if you guys yell into the mic, it's not gonna. They won't. The audience will hear him whispering.
All right, my words are makeup tutorial,
Foxy.
Johnny Depp, octopus, and send nudes. We're good.
I honestly heard no words from no one.
I heard nothing.
I heard all of your words.
Cheater. Oh, my hair.
I heard
Okay.
nothing.
You did not.
My eyelashes are starting to fall off.
Girl, I know.
Well, you know what? That's because they are just the artificial little, like, strip lashes you can buy and put the glue on. But if you want them to last longer, you can come see me at Brent Allen Salon in Day Spa, where I'm certified and do eyelash extensions.
Doo-doo.
I do.
Are you doo-doo certified?
I do certified eyelash extensions.
All right, so Tach, when
Anal
does the
bleaching.
game begin?
Okay, so the game begins now.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, this has nothing to do with these words. Jason, I want to talk about you real quick at the Cocoa Village Playhouse again.
Sure.
So, Andrea talked me into doing this, and I took her up on it, and I am now getting voice lessons from yours truly
Yes.
at the Cocoa
Nice.
Village Playhouse.
Yes.
And just tell our audience a little bit about that. Is that something you want to seek more clients for?
Of course. I've been doing this a long time. I understand the importance of vocal lessons, and what I offer is just kind of a meeting of talking about the voice, talking about vocalizations, proper ways to speak, diction, elocution, matching pitch, breathing exercises.
That was something that he taught me, Tach, and I had no clue, even from when I used to sing back 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I breathe incorrectly for projection singing.
Right.
Yeah,
I breathe
diaphragmatic.
through my shoulders,
Diaphragm,
not-
yeah.
I tell you, diaphragmatic breathing is truly.
Huh, that was one of my words, diaphragmatic breathing. No, I'm kidding.
Nailed it.
You know, there are so many exercises you can do. You know, if you just, what do you do? If you when you go to a party and
He's
you're
using his hands.
and if you're like, no,
jerking
like,
somebody off? What's
No,
going on?
no, if you're at a kid's party, right? And
Whoa.
like
That's an odd combination of tangented things to say in
Yeah.
there.
no. If you're at a kid's party and it's like you have the thing and you're just doing like
Balloon animals?
no, like if
Are we playing a different game?
Charades. 2 words.
I'm not
Sounds
getting
like
I see what you're doing here.
I saw that.
it is charades. It is charades. I'm baiting. I'm so
Very good.
Damn it.
I knew it right
I'm
away.
baiting all over you.
I
Anyway,
still have no
Never get
clue.
back to
You'll
the
never get me.
back to the topic.
I
at
still have
hand.
no clue what he was trying
Back to
to
that
do.
topic.
like-
Diaphragmatic breathing. No, it really is a thing. It's the most important piece of singing or speaking. It really, really is. But it's funny too, when you're speaking, knowing. I'm trying to figure out
How
how
to
to
take
say
a
this.
deep breath.
How to take a deep
And
breath.
All right,
When
so
to breathe.
everyone sit up and take a deep breath, like you're about to like sing or talk.
Are we getting voice lessons now?
On the spot.
Yeah, everyone sit up and then take your deep breaths.
Okay, so
I think my shoulders. the
your
one that's
shoulders
doing
went
it.
up.
Yep.
Your shoulders
Breathe,
went up.
Tach.
Is that your diaphragm?
That's his penis. He took it out.
Did mine do it?
I should be standing up. We
Does
all should be standing
speaking
up.
of, is the diaphragm still an option?
You got it when you're breathing in. You look pregnant. Make your stomach poof out with
Is
all
the
that air,
diaphragm still an
My
option?
stomach poofs out without me breathing. I'm just saying.
but even more so.
Anyway, I'm not. Unfortunately, I don't play the piano, and I can't. I can certainly run through some basic scales, but my big thing is I would consider myself a foundational vocal instructor, learning about good foundational practices, learning about matching pitch, learning about speaking properly with good diction.
Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the teeth.
That's right. Red leather, yellow leather.
That's
Red-
impressive.
A
Tach.
proper copper coffee pot.
A copper
proper
copper
Proper
coffee
coffee
pot.
pot. A proper copper cup. Damn it.
Yeah.
Proper copper.
A proper
coffee pot.
A proper copper coffee pot.
You just know that one.
And consonants are the big thing.
So when I went in,
Consonants.
when I went in for my very first lesson, Jason was teaching me these practices of breathing,
Yeah.
and he laid me on the floor because I wasn't
Yes.
really
he
grasping
laid him on
Yeah,
the
he did.
floor.
I laid him down.
in the studio.
Ever since
Man, why didn't I come watch? Dang.
Here's the thing: I was wearing the brand new jeans I had just bought. To
Ooh,
be,
those are tight on his penis.
Well done.
Well, but here's the problem: the zipper's broken. So
Well done,
Really?
Ange.
just saying, stuff was starting
Adam,
to pop out.
Nice.
I can say this now. We coordinated that.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's not true.
Did you break the zipper like I told you to?
No, but I did. At the end of the lesson, I did give Jason just the tip.
Ow.
I mean, a tip. I gave him
Okay,
a
me
tip.
too. Okay.
He tipped me well.
Nice. Very good.
But yeah, so see, how do you want our listeners to contact you if they're interested?
I have a Playhouse email address, and I guess I can say this now.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry.
Nice.
J.Crase, that's CRASE, at, 93. So J.Crase93 at gmail.com.
What's the 93 significant for?
The 93 is significant for...
That's the year he was born.
No.
The year you
I'm
first
making
joined?
you younger.
No, I became a man in 93. No, 93 is actually, I chose that for my Playhouse email address because 93 is when I first
The year you
auditioned for
started?
Stars of Tomorrow.
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
nice.
Yeah,
But I was
so-
still putting you in your 20s, so.
Yeah, thank you.
You can take 93
I'm
whatever
so
you want. He
not.
looks like he's in his 20s.
I'm an old motherfucker.
I had-
Whatever. I'm old.
I had asked,
25.
I think I'm
He
the
looks
oldest one here.
25.
I had asked Andrea about getting the Playhouse a while back on board as a sponsor, and I've kind of changed my mind about that. What I want to do, because they do so much for the community, that I think that some of our stuff for them should just be kind of, reciprocal back for them to be promoted for, because they're all volunteers up there.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, there's some employees that actually work there too, but for the most
Some
part,
of
all
our
of them are
topics
volunteers.
are a little too much.
Yeah, that's true. We do get a little bit risque.
We
from
said
time to
cunt
time.
earlier, so
Are they?
Wait,
Well,
what?
Jason works there. He knows more than us.
yeah.
Well, I have to. I constantly have to monitor everything that I say, but sometimes I just don't give a flying fuck.
And that's what Happy Talk is about.
I did get us a
Yay.
couple more sponsors, though. By the way, they're
Good.
coming
What
on
do you
board
mean?
next month.
Hey!
Yay.
Yeah,
Wait, what? Who?
So,
We're going to start making money on this.
well, whatever. I don't mind saying their names. So,
We've got $50 in the
Gas
last, like, 2
money.
years.
Allie, not Allie. What's the guy from the haircutting place?
Alfie.
Alfie.
Alf,
yeah.
you owe Alfie. Ooh. Alfie's coming to the village, which is
Alfie's Barbershop. Yeah,
yeah.
he wants to promote on our show when he opens up his new shop in the village.
He's quite the
I
dapper
keep
Dan.
hearing about Alfie.
He is
Alfie's-
very handsome, very
he's-
well dressed.
He's
Yeah.
moving. He's moving things in the community.
And I got
Alfie, who I've never actually formally met, but I know of him because we were in
He's very handsome.
we were in high school at the same time.
Really?
He was doing things in South Brevard in high school, like the summer. At the time, the summer music theater thing that would happen,
Yeah.
there was North Brevard and South Brevard, and
Ooh.
it
Dang
wasn't
those.
it wasn't a rivalry. It was
Oh,
it was actually very supportive.
I did the summer musicals when I was in high school. Around
You
here,
did?
Too. So, yeah. God, yeah.
North Brevard or South Brevard?
I was in Rockledge, so I don't know.
North
that's North
Brevard.
Brevard.
Sandy Chamberlain? Did you ever have her? Sandy
I do remember a
Sandy?
Sandy.
Sandy Chamberlain?
There's not too many Sandys.
I remember.
Sandy Cracks?
I remember a woman named Sandy for sure.
Yeah, she was an awesome
Summer
director.
lovin'.
Yeah, I remember a guy named Bruce.
Patty gets it. She
There's
knows.
a guy named Bruce.
Bruce
back-
McReynolds?
I don't know his last name. This is long time. I'm much
Did he
older
ever
than
touch
you
you?
guys.
Bruce
Maybe.
Willis?
No. Yeah, I was much. I was. This is a long time ago. I don't remember. His name was Bruce. He was a big guy, like a gray beard, and
Did he ever
could
touch
sing
He
you?
like
sounds
opera.
hot.
Cute. I've also
Adorable.
got Tach. I've also got us a couple more sponsors that are coming on board too.
Oh, let's hear it.
Well, I don't know if I want to say their name, but no, fuck it, whatever. It's a sub place, not like Subway.
Subway?
No, it's not Subway. What's the other one?
Angel, say it.
Firehouse.
Publix.
Bam, that's one of
Damn
my
it,
number. Firehouse.
God damn it.
Oh,
See, I always do this.
Come on. Thank you.
Actually, I didn't know that was one of the
I
words.
really don't have Firehouse.
I can't.
Firehouse
hear
is
you
not going to
talking
sponsor us.
Oh,
I just needed the card, so I threw it on the the thing.
horrible.
Hey, I got us a sponsor
I
too.
think he's fired as CEO. Me
There's
too.
also-
I have
there's
one.
Not Burger King, but what is it? Mm-hmm. There's a clown involved.
Bozo.
What's that clown's name?
Yeah, we're not gonna do it. Oh, that looks like a great movie. by the
Now
way.
we know not
restaurant.
to say Mickey D's.
The restaurant one with the clown.
Yeah, we know not to say Mickey D's.
Rolled doll?
Who wants burgers though? Because if you're gonna go for fast food, there's only one place to like ruin your diet at.
It's Wendy's.
Are you talking about Ronald McDonald? I don't think that was the name.
Nice try, Tach. I mean, not nice try, Tach.
Whatever.
Anyway. So
Yeah.
just getting back to you guys for just a second, for you and Patty.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys went on your very first date being this, but
Yeah.
what are some of your other dates? Like, for example, Patty, where does this rate in your scale of first dates compared
This was
to other
their
ones in the
first
past?
date, though.
Actually, I told him this was like the worst day, horrible, until I met you guys.
Yeah.
Aw, so much better.
No, honestly, it's
Best
awesome.
wingman ever right here.
Another check.
Thank you.
No, honestly, it's been a very long time, but I don't know. I've been happy, and
Aw.
it's true.
You know what that was? Are you sure it's Tach though? Because I think it might have
No,
been the
because-
show.
It might actually just
Oh.
been the show.
I think
Yeah.
you need to have a second date to make sure because It was a really good show.
You know what they say,
was.
though? You can
So-
never do the first date twice.
You might be in love with us more, so.
Yeah, because actually I
fine.
can't stop looking at her. She's like
See?
hot.
That's the stage makeup.
Oh, yeah.
No, baby's not
You're
red hair.
you're
Josh, you see
after
what's
my
happening?
muffins,
You see what's happening here?
my baguettes.
Marie, the baguettes.
Hurry up.
Let me show you where to
No, this
stick the
first date
baguette.
has been.
Oh, first date, bam. That's all I wanted.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
god, that was my word.
Are you kidding me?
I am two
Told you.
down.
Up.
What do you mean you told her? Is there collusion over here?
No, that was my word I wrote
Because
down.
we were writing these words down. She's like,
I wrote first date.
because she's like, yes. Say, but we know what the words are. I was like, trust
Wait,
me, it won't matter.
Did he
still
show
know the
up
words.
with like any like present, like flowers and stuff?
No, he just opened my door.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, he took her to. Wait. Did you buy the
And
tickets?
Yeah, he bought.
Oh,
he
well,
bought
there you go.
everything today.
Did you buy anything else?
Taco Bell.
What are they selling now?
They had candy. Oh,
Super fat glitter.
She wrote that word down too.
You.
Daddy.
Sorry to
That's
make
right.
that loud in the mic.
Andrea,
I had the
team
receipt,
posted.
remember?
Yes, I
Team
know.
po-
I didn't know that was.
I think he
word.
just proposed.
What?
He just said team postin'.
No, I didn't.
I don't think
didn't
that's a
propose.
proposal.
I'm not a postin' though, and he said team postin'.
Oh.
Is that a proposal?
Nope.
No, he was only talking about himself.
to
He's
go to
got
the
like
jury.
5 people living in there.
We have to look at the jury on that one.
There's a certain point when you get this old that you just want a baby.
So, Jason, we got your company last year for.
Wait, Jason and his boyfriend want a baby, so if you don't propose soon, I can at least have shared custody
You're
with
gonna be
their
the
baby.
surrogate mother.
Sure.
We can
custody.
take both of your sperm, mix them together, get a turkey baster.
What? Like
That's how that
I'm
works.
not giving you my baby.
Like that Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito movie?
no, I was gonna have the baby.
Twins?
I'll have the baby, but it's
Mix
mine.
up the sperm and see what happens?
You guys can get shared custody. We'll just get a duplex
Okay.
Just move in next door.
Whatever you say.
There you go.
or a mansion, a castle.
Yeah.
You guys get the west wing, I get the east wing.
Can I move into the castle too?
You're gonna throw your sperm in too?
I mean,
All I'm really concerned
Sounds
about
like a
right
good
now
time.
is getting you to all say my fucking words. And it's not happening.
It's distracting.
I can see
isn't
one
it?
of your words.
No, stop it.
So I was just up seeing Trey and Nikita up in Georgia.
Yeah.
And
Trey, we love you, buddy. By the way, still one of our best Twisted 10 top 10 lists we've ever had.
There you go, man. Nicely
Indeed.
done. Their neighbors, they converted their house to a castle. They live next to a castle.
That's awesome. Like
It
White
really-
Castle, or
It's like a 1,400 square foot brick construction castle that has like
Really?
cornered front.
Ooh.
crazy.
It's
Is
ridiculous.
it for sale?
Do they have a moat?
Everything's for sale.
It might. We gotta win the lottery,
they have a tower.
and then I'll just go ahead and have a baby for you, a baby for Anthony, a baby for me.
We'll
And we'll
pay.
live in
Well,
the
I mean,
castle.
we'll pay. I mean, we'll pay for you. We'll
Hey,
pay
do you think
for
Trey
it.
Well,
and,
if no one's gonna, I need to have a baby soon. I'm 37, so
do you think
I
Trey
need
and Nikita
gorgeous-
You've
might
got 10 more
make their
years.
way down to the?
I don't want to be old
I'll
with
just.
a kid.
This is the Jason
I like
and
your
Andrea
old
show,
age.
by the way. Just so you know.
Sorry, we're having
Can I
a
ask
side
like
plot.
a question real quick?
Every time you come in, she gets completely honed in.
Giggity.
on-
We have
That's
history.
the way I look.
We have a history.
Dude, that was almost one of the words, and I was like, no,
We
I
have
threw
no-
it out
Oh, it was.
because I was,
Ange-
nobody's gonna say that.
Fucked up.
Ange and I have
Damn
been
it.
playing for 16 years. We've known each other for a long
Yeah.
time.
Hey, we got a question over here.
Shoot, yeah.
no,
What's up, Patty?
I'm just curious. Like, this is like for Brevard and everything, right?
It's for the world,
Ooh, I think
Oh, okay.
I think I know
except
what you're doing.
China. They don't like
no,
us.
what I'm curious about
Baiting.
is like for your
Baiting.
Yeah.
Baiting.
viewers and everything that
she's a
listen,
guest.
and for the storms that we have and everything. Does people like donate money for like, you know?
Yeah, sometimes they donate money. There's a name for that too. I just can't think of it.
What?
And were you guys okay for the
You
storm?
know that
we
one
had?
that starts with a P.
P?
Yeah.
But
I don't know where
Ends with
any of
an
this is
N.
going.
Well, she's referring to Patreon, so hopefully that wasn't your word.
No.
I wasn't saying
Patreon.com.
it. I wasn't gonna say
Patreon.com.
No,
Patreon.
but we do have a
Living Pod-
Patreon.com.
And we do have
Here.
more storms coming out.
Patreon.com slash
We do.
Living Podcast.
Yeah.
While
It's
we're
impossible.
talking nonsense, I do have something to
impossible.
actually talk about.
what?
Nice try.
I have a little thing I found. It's guys are weird, and it's stuff that women will never understand about men. So I just want to go through the article and see what your thoughts are on it.
Please do. I'm excited about this.
Number one,
I'm excited as
This is
fuck,
about
too.
guys, so it's why do they stink so bad? Stink.
Wait, what?
I don't understand how smelly you guys are. I know there are smelly women, but men are, in general, stinkier than us.
Can I inject?
Yes, please do.
Interject.
I inject in her all the time, Jason. You know what I mean?
I don't know if you've ever jammed your nose into a beautiful, smelly armpit of a man before.
I don't think beautiful and smelly go together.
No, they really
Tach
do.
smells like Deadpool.
It's a very
cologne.
nice situation. There's a whole.
Okay, how about teenage funk?
Whole new.
Yeah,
Let's
teenage-
go back to teenage boys.
Let's.
They can shower, and
Teenage
then 5
boys.
minutes later they stink.
My son smells like McDonald's onion. Damn
No.
it.
Yes! yes! Thank you.
Motherfucker. He smells like McDonald's onions even after he showered.
Yes,
It's
but a
brutal.
ripe, seasoned man.
Like a man. I don't
I'm
notice.
talking no deodorant, no aftershave. Just
Oh, God.
a good smelling man.
Even when Adam says he stinks, I don't smell anything bad on him.
Exactly. It's very sweet.
But teenage boys, oh God,
They destroy the bathroom.
they
not-
destroy the
I think
room
he's
you're
trying
in.
to. I think he's trying to stay with a man here.
Girls have that problem too. Girls have their own smells.
Yeah, they
Yes,
smell
they
like
do.
pee.
Pee.
Young
Don't you
boys
hate
smell
when
like
they pee
PO, and young girls smell
or
like
they smell
pee.
like
Don't you
little.
hate when they pee all over? It's like gross.
What?
The guys,
Yeah.
all over the seat. There's it.
Well,
Does,
that's
oh wait,
what-
wait,
Andrea wants that, though. She
that goes
asks
to
me to do that in the
number
bedroom.
2. That'll be number 2.
Is it like a what's that? Not baiting here. I can't think of it. Sty? Like a what is it?
A sty.
Not a sty.
In your eye?
I thought.
Not that. Like the animals and the pins.
No
A
one trusts
stall?
Oh, you're baiting.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
Tach. Oh, you're baiting for
All
sure.
right, so number 2.
What's that thing that's so unrelated to the topic of conversation? Yeah, we know. Go ahead, Andrea.
So she was saying about their pee. Number 2 is actually why can't they pee straight? How can a Marine hit a target 500 yards away yet miss the toilet bowl every goddamn time?
Okay,
Sorry, guys.
do we want to solve this enigma?
Thank you. She said my word.
What was it? What was your
Toilet.
word? Toilet?
Oh, I thought it was Enigma.
Nice.
Nice.
That's not
Thank you.
fair. I was reading.
Doesn't matter.
I still have all of mine.
That's
If the word is uttered,
Thought Catalog's fault.
Oh, thought catalog. No, I'm just kidding. So
no, peeing straight. No, there's no control. We aim, but sometimes things stick together.
Sit.
no.
Why?
We're
Did you
men.
say
You
that?
sit.
They clean the fucking bathroom.
How about
I
with the
do.
seat?
There's
Happy
paper in
compromise.
there.
No. Why are you yelling at
Fucking
us?
you.
Because it's
Are we
fun.
about to have a fight right now?
do it?
No, get some paper and wipe down the seat.
Wait, no, I
Well,
don't
no,
worry
you don't
about
pee with the seat down. First of all, guys,
no.
if a man pees with the seat
Yeah,
down,
then you're a jerk.
You're
And-
wrong.
Yeah,
No,
jerk.
no, lift it up to pee,
No,
of
lift it up
course.
and-
But you
Still.
must then place the seat back in its original
And the
position for
lid.
the lady and the
Sir,
lid.
that is a debate question I have for you right now.
Okay,
the lid.
let's do
I can
this.
answer it.
All right, so women do not raise the seat for guys when they're done. Why should men
We
lower
close
the
the
seat for
seat.
us? And
Because
here's another thing.
I
I
got
saw a
an
meme.
answer,
Hang
I got an
on.
answer.
I saw another meme online, and I fucking hate memes, but I also secretly love them.
I know you do.
The meme showed us. She asks us to lower the seat. And then the other half of the picture was her sink, which is covered in makeup dust and all of her makeup
It's a
attire.
given. It's a give and take.
Makeup
Yes.
dust. You mean
Bathroom.
glitter.
Okay, and that's.
By the way, I was sitting next to a little girl at Beauty and the Beast whose dress left so much glitter on the seat looked like it was glitter.
Yes.
Like it looks like I
amazing.
sat there.
Yes, it was
it's
amazing.
the magic seat. Here's what I had to say. I grew up in a family of women, a lot of women.
Yep.
They trained me how to
Yep.
work for them.
I lived with
So-
Jason for years. He was
So-
very good with the toilet.
I grew up in a house full of women too, and I live alone. Well, now my kids live with me, and I still put the seat down when I'm done.
Yeah.
and it's just me.
Well, and
I'm
it
the
just-
only one that uses that bathroom.
It
I
just
don't
makes
like when you guys
sense.
don't place the roll back.
It just makes sense.
Why are
Anthony,
you
my
yelling at
Anthony, you know,
But yeah.
he lives alone. He's he's one of like 5 males, and then his mom. Like he's 4 brothers, his father, and then there's like his mom. So it's a very male-run house. So in his apartment, he leaves the seat up all the time, even when his mom's in the
Gross.
house. And I'm just like, no, You put the seat down. You wipe it clean when it's crazy.
Well, that's
but
even
I like
sweeter.
having the cover seat down as well, so you can put things on it. It's just close the toilet up when it's not in use.
Yeah,
You know when you
It's-
flush
shuts it down.
that,
Shut the toilet down.
Tidying up.
but when you
Yes.
flush
Keep it tidy.
the toilet, all that bacteria comes out. So if you're in a small bathroom and your toothbrush is on the sink, when you flush that without closing the lid,
Fecal.
that bacteria. So you're brushing with shit.
Fecal.
Brush your mouth with
Brushing
shit.
with shit. That's
It's
mine.
not about me falling in the toilet because my ass is big enough not to fall all the way in. I'll usually catch it even though it's uncomfortable.
Oh,
but
Andrea,
I don't want
stop.
to brush my teeth with shit.
Does
Have
he
you
take
tried
the
it?
rollback?
No, shut the lid.
Put the
shut
roll
the
back.
toilet.
Oh no, she's the worst about the damn toilet paper roll.
Thank you.
No, I'm not. I
son of
always
a
put it. Jason taught me how.
What?
I got
No,
baited.
you gotta
No,
reach
I
That was
sit
impressive.
there and I put it, and I even fold the ends in to make it a triangle.
You have to, the paper. You gotta just keep up with things. Make the house flow nice.
I was gonna say,
if the
it
house
makes noise going.
flows, it flows.
There's somebody that I try to, and I can't replicate how we clean our house to this person's comparison. However,
Jason's
you
a
know
slob.
Karen.
We live together.
You know Karen, Andrea's
Every
mom,
Sunday
right?
our house was
Jason?
clean.
What?
You know Karen, Andrea's mom.
Oh, yes.
She is the epitome of cleanliness and tidiness and presentation and stuff.
Sort of. She can fake it.
Well, whatever, it works. Her house is always
Side
clean.
conversation. Anyway.
No, it's great. I'm impressed. I try to live to that standard, but I can't.
I tried
make
to help your
complaints.
mom clean up on 4th of July.
Bam,
and
your
I was
mom.
too
Thank
late.
you. Your mom was my word. Thank you.
Fuck.
All I want to do.
Not the easy shit. I'm getting mad now.
Not
He,
this
I'm
one.
getting
he did
pissed.
a mom.
Now I'm getting mad.
He said,
Cheater.
"Mom, what do you have to say?"
He's a cheater.
Your mom jokes?
Are you baiting me?
No, seriously, you've been doing it all day. You have to say it.
I don't have too many of your mom jokes. I
You
have.
shouldn't have said that.
I have a
because-
lot of Helen Keller jokes.
I
but-
see your top one
No.
again, Jason.
Stop looking at my. Just stop looking at my papers.
Straight through it.
Well, then start saying them so I can get rid of them.
Everyone can see them though, and no one will say it.
I can't
Who's
see him.
looking
That's
at
a
it?
good one. Get your front back one and put it in the front.
I have them memorized. What's your favorite movie, Adam?
Lately, Prometheus.
Oh yes. What does that come from a certain trilogy base?
Oh, you've been teaming up with Andrew. Let's see what's happening.
Did you hear about
I
the
see.
thing we have going on where I get to pick out 7 movies?
Uh-huh.
That I get to watch 7 movies. He has to watch every one I pick. And in return, I get to watch. What's that called?
Nice try. You can't team up with him here. It won't work. Now I know. Now I know
You
one of his
almost
words.
got me with that.
What?
I was about to go, and then when you did, I was like, oh, she's
Stargate.
baiting.
Oh, I was close,
You're
huh?
wrong. All right, guys. Besides all of that, let's go back to our list. Number 3 is why don't they ever want to go shopping with me?
It's been many years since I've had to go shopping with a woman, so I don't really remember. But
I'll teach you.
good.
Oh, that's adorable.
Now remember, just like Jason, I grew up in a house full of women, so I
Yeah.
spent my childhood standing outside dressing room doors and holding purses. So with women coming out going, man, I'm just like
Smelling
I don't
bras.
fucking know. Smelling bras? What's this now?
Wait, what?
No one smell bras.
That's,
What does it smell like?
It smells
Yeah,
like,
like
tits.
boob sweat.
Boob sweat.
that's a little weird.
That doesn't sound very sweet.
Is boob sweat somebody's word?
Oh yes, no, it's not.
I wish it were mine. I got stupid words.
I personally, I don't like. I don't know why, and I can't associate it with anything that's ever happened in my life. But I do not enjoy shopping of any kind,
I don't either.
unless it's
What?
online. I enjoy online shopping.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't
But
like it.
everything off, like physically going to a store, I hate it, especially grocery shopping.
I know.
hate it.
I know
hate
that
grocery
I
shopping.
sort of may represent a gay voice here on this program, but
We didn't really talk about that, but that's a kind of a big part of your life. So I think that's
well, but
Something
I'm
that shows up.
not. I'm not a shopping gay. I hate it. I hate it. I hate shopping.
Shopping
I get in a
gay.
mood, or if I know I have to go find something, I'll find it. But I don't like flagrantly
well,
like.
that's your typical male. Your typical male goes into Walmart because he's got something on his
Well,
mind.
he
that
is
wants.
male.
He goes stereotypical male.
I
He
am
goes to
male.
get what he wants.
Yeah.
He might grab something on the way through to get it or back out. That's it. If it's not in his direct line of sight of what he wants to buy and then leave, he's not doing shopping.
Put me in Hobby Lobby and I'll be there for hours.
I don't have that, that whatever perceived gene of gayness that wants me to go shopping. I don't care.
I don't think anyone likes you because I am like the epitome of woman and feminine and all the girly-ish things.
You're a frugal woman.
The bargain's fun.
Yes, you're a bargain girl.
Andrea found me a pair of shoes.
And which means what I mean by that is you're creative and you like to find things at a low price and make something awesome out of them.
She found me a pair of shoes. I think they're Perry Ellis. I don't remember which ones they are. Really, really nice. Normally expensive, like $200 shoes. $3.
Yeah.
Wrapped them up for Christmas. That's how he gets like 50 Christmas presents. If you thrift store shop, you get tons of presents. Do you want one really good present or 50 great presents?
Well, when we met, I was real uppity. I'm like, I can't go to a thrift store. I can't go to Big Lots and buy groceries. Andrew's like, why not?
Andrea can take $100 to Aldi's and make it last us 3 weeks in this house. I can't go
Andrea,
to
you're shopping
Target
for me now
for $100 and make it last a day.
Oh,
so easy.
$100 is 5 pieces at Target.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, next one on your list.
Number 4, why do they only have 2 emotions? I do not understand why they think there are only 2 emotions, happy and not happy, and only like 12 colors. How?
12 colors.
Yeah, the 12 colors things we can't
different.
help. That's a guy thing.
That's a weird. Well,
The 2 emotions,
Is it a guy thing?
binary emotions is bullshit.
Well,
So-
hang on. So
Because right now I'm not happy with that answer.
men typically
you
have
look real happy right now.
men typically have what? Where are you going? Oh, so men typically have the black and white perspective on things. Typically, like if your woman comes home and says, "Here's what happened today at work, and I hate it. It's frustrating me. I don't know what to do." A guy wants to usually offer a solution. Well, why don't you do this? That'll take care of it.
Right.
Instead, what most men don't understand is that all the woman really wants is for you to listen and let them vent. That's it. Not offer a solution, not offer a either do this or do that kind of solution. Most men try to engage in that and solve the problem. Maybe because men are problem solvers. I don't know. Dogs think somebody's here.
Yeah.
Reaching for it.
Okay, so I don't necessarily believe that the guys have binary emotions.
Agreed.
That's kind of dumb. Like I don't like. What am I like? Not happy? Like I'm not happy about this question. Basically, is what. So I don't know.
I actually think, if I may chime in, and not just for gay men, but just for men in general, like men are wildly sensitive, and probably actually more sensitive than women.
I actually agree with that.
Ew, I don't. I
do.
wholeheartedly don't.
Did you
I
not
do.
see this season of Big Brother? Is that somebody's word?
By the
That
way,
definitely was in there somewhere.
By the way, if for some chance, because we talked about this on the break, if by some miracle Connor pulls it off, our good friend of the show, Connor Hughes, who's been on several times, who the hell is this Amber Alerts, if you remember that joke?
Yeah.
He is friends with Paul from Big Brother.
Nice.
And after last season, he hung up with him in L.A., and he just texted me. He lives in L.A. now, and just texted me and said he's hanging out with him again. So I begged him.
Awesome.
I begged him for an interview.
Paul might be under contract because I tried to get an American Idol person who had just been kicked off, and I contacted her. I was like quick on it because I liked her a lot, and she got booted off. So I messaged her. I was like, "Hey, you interested in doing a podcast?" And she was like, and she messaged back like, hell yeah, just tell me the info. I was like, sweet. And then like a week later, she was like, oh, I can't.
I got the same thing from America's Got Talent. Do you remember the girl out of Orlando?
Yeah,
the deaf
yeah.
girl? Well, I mean, not
Yeah, she's
completely
like,
deaf.
I'm contracted under
Yeah.
Fox, and
This
you
girl
have
said
to
the
go
same
through
thing.
them. And I was like, all right, never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
And just to go back to what I said, though, it's
We tangent a lot, Jason.
No, it's fine. People are people. To put a type on men and a type on women is a really weird thing. And when you're not speaking about homosexuals or races or anything like that, they act like this, they react like this, they do that, whatever. People are people, right? Some people are stronger than some other people. All right. But what I'm saying is that women, it's been a really weird when I look back on history, as I do.
Nice.
Every day when I wake up, I look back on history. No, but what I'm saying is that, women are fucking tough. Women are tough.
It's not easy for us
And
either.
and men are the crazy, weird ass people. Men are the quote unquote bipolar weirdos who are making beautiful art and then waging war and doing weird shit. And women are always the one who are steadfast and keeping the baseline going of what's
a cool
going
perspective.
on. You know what I'm saying? That's how I view it. So women are the strength. Men are the emotional ones.
Who was it? Teddy Roosevelt? What president said it?
A different perspective there.
That's how I see it.
No man would ever.
Are you looking
usually
back on
admit to
history?
that.
Baby, nobody can hear you if you don't fix that mic. Nobody. They either lower
Well,
it or
and
change it.
maybe women were made to be were put in that role. Maybe women were put in that role, but that's how things have been, and we may see a shift.
That's true.
Maybe we already are seeing a shift.
Maybe
Millennials,
maybe the
fucking millennials.
Amazonian women were onto something.
But what I'm
saying.
saying, I think how I always put it is that actually women are men and men are women. That's how I see it.
Is that
Are you stoned right now?
I'm not.
What's going on?
There has been no cannabis in this
What is
house.
CAT?
he is drug free.
I am drug free, man.
I like that quote. That's a very, very cool perspective to take on
No,
it.
it is. It's good.
I don't remember exactly the quote, but a very famous president, I think it was Teddy Roosevelt, said something like, behind every strong male role model, there is a stronger woman that's telling him what to do.
Exactly.
And it's 100% true.
Yeah.
100% true.
Yeah, but
And
who
that's true.
had you guys? Where'd you come from?
We already said the your mom tag. I threw it down on the ground.
Thank you. I'm out. He said my last one, bird.
Totally forgot.
What was it?
Burn.
Oh, serious?
Who said burn?
I cheated.
She totally cheated, made up the words.
You're out of
picked
words?
Her best
I'm out of
word.
words.
So you're officially the winner.
I'm the winner.
Because her words are good. Mine are so
Congratulations.
random, no one would ever say them.
Tach.
Mine are too.
I hate to tell you, but
That's why I said roll.
Can I
Well,
tell you
mine
my
are-
words?
No, because
I hate. No, we're still going.
We're not
still going.
done?
No,
Oh.
there's
I
a
still have
loser.
4.
Josh is probably going to be massaging your date tonight. Tag.
That's not what we
taint?
picked.
My taint? Wait a minute. Well, thanks, Josh. I mean,
Yeah, my pleasure.
That's my word, taint. Taint would have been easier than these words.
Yeah.
Andrea.
Because no one says these words.
Every word that's been uttered tonight, would have been a good word.
Is utter a word?
I spanked you at this game.
Isn't that a word?
All right.
Boys suck. Is that number 5?
I'll agree with that. On
That's
that note,
number everything.
we're going to take a break here in studio. And when we come back, Adam is going to get somebody to say his last word so he's not last. All right.
What
See you
about
guys.
my word?
What about my
What
words?
about my words?
My words suck.
Patty sucks.
Hey, Tach, do you ever have that conversation with your girl about where to eat dinner and it always turns into that back and forth? I don't know, you pick.
Yeah, every once in a while, yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got an answer for you next time that comes up.
Oh, yeah? Where at?
The Salty Fox in Melbourne off of Old Galley Boulevard.
Oh, nice. I've actually been there, and the food was pretty awesome.
Hell yeah, it was. They offer a great selection of paninis, shareable appetizers, soups and salads, and one of the best desserts I've ever had, the Funky Monkey.
Oh, yeah. My favorite was the vintage options. They got this meal called ramen noodle on crack. You just got to try it out.
Done. That's definitely what I'm getting next time.
Put the fun between your legs at the Salty Fox every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. with the Oak Galley Arts District Bike Crawl.
It's a 4-mile bicycle ride down Pineapple Avenue with stops for food and beer all along the route. Be sure to visit the Salty Fox every Sunday for brunch from 11 to 4.
Hey, isn't that the $10 bottomless mimosas brunch?
Sure is. Enjoy your brunch while the Salty Fox's DJ spins throwbacks and top 40 hits.
Salty Fox is located in the downtown Oak Galley Art District on Oak Galley Boulevard.
Check them out on Facebook at facebook.com/saltyfoxmelbourne or online at thesaltyfox.net.
Hey listeners, be sure to mention you heard about the Salty Fox on our show and you'll get 10% off your meals.
DJ Gil Lugo.
To Living Podcariously.
Hi-oh.
Jason's got himself a nice glass of scotch now with me.
And I have my
Adam. Thank you, Adam.
which I didn't buy for myself.
Jason, are you coming to our party this year? Actually, Jason, Tach, Patty, and Josh, are you guys coming to our party this year?
Oh, yeah.
I'm coming all over your party this year.
Yeah.
I didn't come last year.
Jason came
Are you going to
last
come
year.
this year?
I don't know. It depends on work. I don't know.
Are you going to wear a costume?
Yes.
Well, I guess.
Yes.
I mean,
I think
if I'm
Patty will
coming, I
come
suppose.
regardless.
Aren't there there's some shops around this area that sell some pretty cool I wanted to buy, so last year I wanted to buy the costume from American Horror Story. The clown.
Okay.
Do you remember that? Did you ever see American Horror Story?
Lady Gaga?
Pointing to me.
Lady
Well,
Gaga.
she didn't let me get it. It was like
Because it was $80. You know how much food that provides for a party?
I know, but you can't tell a thrifty girl about a costume.
For $80?
Yeah.
Don't you have hooks?
Sometimes you have to splurge.
Pick your costume now, and then we can make it.
Well, then you eat ramen. You know, you just do what you have to do.
Well, how many times do you get to actually dress up each year?
When
Thank
you
you.
don't
So
throw
name
a party.
Once. One time.
But if you're
One
throwing
time what?
the party,
At a party?
if you're throwing the party, you spend the money on the party to entertain your guests.
Correct.
If you're going to a party, then you can spend the money on a costume.
So
No, but
name
I think,
Jason.
I
I
think
want you
that
to do
you're
this.
spending the party on yourself. You're spending the party for your friends and your guests, but you should also spend the party on yourself. You should splurge.
You should be
You should
creative.
do it. Creativity, and you should be thrifty with your creativity.
Don't go to Party City and buy an $80 outfit.
I know, and you have to be frugal and all that stuff, but there are things that you have to just indulge in.
If it was the
You have to
Tyrannosaurus
indulge
Rex
sometimes.
costume,
You have to treat yourself.
that
love
would
that.
work.
I watch
Love
every
that
T-Rex
dinosaur.
video online.
Sometimes spending
every one of them.
money it feels fucking good.
Yeah.
What other? Well, Jason,
Wait,
what
at
other
Christmas-
types of theme parties are there? So Christmas parties, sweater parties. Actually, Josh and Team Teamwork did a ugly sweater party that was fucking amazing.
Minus the food.
Had some handmade ugly sweaters.
Yes, that was awesome.
pretty
What
good.
other
Please
what
point
other,
20-year-olds have food at your party.
what other kinds of theme parties are there?
Well,
There's a
of course,
stoplight party.
there's St. Patrick's Day. I mean, that's
All right,
Cinco
so
de Mayo.
St. Patrick's Day, Cinco de Mayo,
Yeah, I mean, that's
Valentine's.
huge.
You could
Christmas,
have-
Valentine's.
Or
Valentine's Day, I don't think that's really a themed
But they
party.
should.
I
Why
mean,
not have one?
Is that only four? There's only four.
Arbor
Sounds like
Day.
a speed dating
Arbor
situation.
That would be fun.
All right, I'm
Or
not counting- I'm
grinder,
not counting Arbor
Tinder,
Day.
explosion.
Grinder and Tinder. Okay.
Explosion,
we'll
explosion,
kinda count
explosion.
that one.
Explosion.
I
Is that
want to
it?
do that now. On Valentine's Day, I want to have a
Fu-
single party.
Fucking Flag Day.
A
Flag Day, of
a Flag Day
course.
party.
Could we make Flag Day a thing?
Let's do
Could
it.
we?
What day is
Dress
that?
up as your favorite.
try.
As your favorite flag.
Independence Day is?
Sheldon would love that.
Yes. And more often, Martin Luther King's,
No,
Does
she
anybody
did.
have a good themed costume party that they've ever been to?
Oh, I do. Mardi Gras.
What was the costume that you wore or that
Mardi
you saw?
Gras.
So topless? Is that?
Tits out. Tits
Masks,
out. Tits out.
beads, feathers.
Beads.
It's
And
dressing
tits out.
up. It's
Bit-
another dress-up party.
Pink nipples.
Yeah, very and little. They're
I know,
tiny.
they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
Let's not stop talking about my nipples, guys.
I mean, I'm okay with talking about your nipples.
But I don't think our listeners need.
I've
to
got
hear
a
about
picture.
our
I
nipples.
think
can
that I
post
think
it.
your listeners would love to talk about your nipples.
I'm just saying they would.
All right, for $50.
Let me go get my wallet.
Go to our Patreon page.
Patreon.com/Living Podcariously.
Join the Gentlemen's Club.
Join the gentleman.
That's right. We have something called the Living Podcariously Gentlemen's Club.
Oh.
Which, so Tach and I, so basically here's what it is. Living Podcariously has a Patreon.
Cheers.
Cheers to that too.
Yep.
Every time somebody buys the $5 a month or more Patreon subscription, they get extra shows. Those extra shows are me and Tach kind of doing commentary on old content prior to Andrea that leads up to a very cool story arc that involves Andrea.
Are you sure it's not just your texts or like former conversations?
I was there for the last show.
Or the first show.
It is a juicy ending.
It's
It
good.
is.
It's good. It's
There's
very
a
good.
juicy ending? Wait a minute.
Jason, just so you know,
Living
Living Podcariously has about 7. This will be episode, I think, 74, 75, somewhere
How
in
many
there.
years is Podcariously alive?
Well, prior to this iteration of 74 or 75, whatever the hell number we're on,
Okay.
we had at least, Tach, 30 episodes
30, yeah,
prior to
something
that.
like
And it didn't go, well, let me rephrase it. It went great. I had a blast on it. However,
Of course.
we upset the former co-host's wife to the point to where it
Oh, fuck
caused
her.
a lot of
That-
problems.
Why did you?
That wasn't that.
I don't
No.
mean to
No,
bring up.
that's
a
not the
thing.
story arc. That's not the story arc.
No,
That's
no, no.
why we canned the
How
show
could
and
you
rebooted
set
it.
up?
That's the
How
first
could
one.
you set up a fucking wife through a? Oh God.
It's a long story.
That's
Oh.
not
You know what though?
even
Hey, Jason,
right,
for
Oh, the
that answer,
drama.
if you
Oh, the
want to know
drama.
that answer, listen to
Is
the
that
Living-
in the podcast?
That's in the Living
Gentlemen's
Podcariously
Club.
Gentlemen's Club episodes.
All right, well, tune
And
in.
that's not even the first arc.
Best plug ever.
Then there's
Tune,
the next
best
one.
plug ever. Tune in,
Because then
y'all.
you restarted it again.
Get that
didn't you?
drama.
Yeah, we restarted twice. We
Get the
we
drama.
rebooted when Andrea came on the show, mostly because
God.
Tach and I came to the decision that the format that we wanted to go with needed to change a little bit. So we did it, and we reformatted the show, and guess what? Giant success. We're having great numbers in Florida, so thank you to all the listeners that are downloading, sharing, etc.
Indeed.
I mean, it led to an event. So our first ever Living Podcariously listener event out at Village Idiot Pub, we had 350 people show up to it. So for us, for little fucking Brevard County podcasters, those are giant numbers to pull out to an event. Giant.
Yeah.
It's hard to get 350 people to do anything, and we were able to pull them out. What is all that paper noise going on over there?
She's
Squish, squish.
Amish again, man.
Swish, swish, bish.
I didn't know I had this many questions.
Andrea, what should we call our? Because I'm going to create a event on Facebook for it for our party. What should we call it?
Party creation.
The
space.
second annual Poston Adult Halloween Party.
Halloween's my card. I got rid of
Oh,
it. I am now
damn.
done. I am in second place. Halloween was my card, so I'm
Are
good.
you serious?
Thank you. God, that was a long way to get somebody to say Halloween. That was since the beginning of this segment. I've been leading to try to get
Damn.
somebody to say it. Nobody would say it.
Totally
I have
forgot.
to say, forget you all because
You're just going to say your own?
no, I have some really
Well, don't
stupid
say 'em.
words.
It's not
Don't say
yet.
it. It's
We
not
still
yet.
have
I'm
last
still trying.
place.
We still have loser to go.
We still have last place.
Yeah.
That's true. It's between you and I.
Oh God.
I still have
Well, let's get a count.
Guys,
Let's get a
I
count.
still
So,
have mine.
so Andrea, into the mic. Patty was out first, so she's the winner
She
officially.
cheated. That's cheating.
Yeah,
Patty.
Tack helped her.
Patty cake.
I'm in second place. I've got none
Baker's
left.
man.
Andrea, how many do you have left?
3.
Jason.
4.
You got 4. Tach.
3.
3.
4.
Josh has 4. So yeah, it's down to you two. One of you two is going to be giving Patty a massage.
No, that wasn't the thing. No, we.
Or
I don't
sing.
mind as long as it's her feet.
No, it was the loser has to sing a song. The winner picks it.
Ooh, Josh,
was it.
let me help
It
you out
was
here
a
because I want to hear
massage.
Jason sing.
Oh, well, that's fine.
It was the loser has to sing.
He would be
and
okay
dance.
with that.
Let's lose.
Of course, Josh.
We can't do
I
a
wouldn't mind hearing-
20-minute massage on.
I wouldn't mind
the
hearing
show.
Josh sing it.
I wouldn't mind
I
hearing
know.
Josh sing too.
That would be
Little
fun.
ditty. Little ditty.
Hey, buddy, you be
Josh.
part of the show. You get the punishments too.
That's fine. I just got to try harder. That's all.
All right, with that, we're going to start a new segment.
Called
And it goes like this.
a little something like this.
Peering into the inner thoughts and expressions of men. Women send in questions to show@livingpodcariously.com for Adam, Tach, and Jay to give brutal, honest admissions. We call this the Guyry. Guyry? Really?
Hey, Tach, is that the best name we could come up with?
Yeah, just go with it.
Aw, I think it's adorable.
Can we man up the music a little bit or something?
I got you, buddy.
Number 1 is from Victoria in Ohio.
Oh.
Why are men so afraid of commitment? Is it really that bad to be with just one woman?
We got this last week.
Yeah,
Oh,
didn't
am I-
it?
is
Yeah.
That was last week.
Why there's so many? Where's this week's question?
Yes!
Sorry, last week's question.
Well, can I just...
Wait, I found him.
Can I just, while we're on
love her
that
to
question, I mean, certainly men are afraid to commit, but I think women are too, so shut the fuck up, Victoria. All right?
Oh, I love it. Our first one starts with a V.
You want to start?
Do you want to
over?
start over? Or do you want me to leave that bit in where you were reading last week's
Totally
questions?
leave it in.
Yeah.
I
All
think
right.
that's cute. Yeah.
I do too.
I write them on sheets of paper because I don't
Because she's
have...
Amish.
Because she's a creative artist.
Because she's
Not
lazy.
Amish, I'm a Mennonite. When I have my little wig cap on, I feel like a Mennonite.
She is wearing her tiara on
And
the
I
show.
still have my stage makeup on.
It's got weight on it, too, so that means
Yeah.
it's real.
It is so real. Like, this thing is heavy.
My parents got her that, and I asked them, I said, hey, can I chip off one of those diamonds for a ring? They're like, they're not real. I said, it's okay. She doesn't want real.
What?
Wait, did they got that in Vegas, right?
These
They got
are
that in
real.
Vegas, yeah. No,
This
that's
is
real.
so real.
It came
Oh
from
my
Vegas.
grandma.
That's real.
All right. Number one comes from Veronica in Georgia.
Veronique.
What exactly does I want space mean?
Oh.
Where's Ray Brito?
Yeah, no kidding.
He's
So
probably fucking somebody else.
to me, this would mean that possibly the girl is overwhelming. There's two answers. So
Yeah.
the first part is the girl is overwhelming and needy. The other part is he's just not into you. I mean, that's the other way to look at it. But to me, it would simply mean he wants his own guy time. He wants his own personal space.
Yeah.
He wants his own time set aside, or he doesn't want to get hassled if he wants to go do something on his own.
That's a gay male thing, too. It's a male thing, period.
I concur on all of that.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good cop out. It's a good way to cheese out of saying back the fuck off.
But also, there might be someone on the side you want to fuck, eh?
Ray Burrito, everybody. So we have a friend of the show who also hosts his own show. I don't know if he does it anymore, but he's guested on this show half dozen times. And his answer for almost every Guyry question is she's probably fucking someone else.
He's probably fucking
Or
somebody
he's
else.
probably fucking someone else. That's his answer for every question.
Yeah.
All right, number 2 is from Lauren in Florida. Why is it that when you don't pay attention to a man, he won't leave you alone? But as soon as you start showing interest, he doesn't want anything to do with you.
I have no idea.
This is cat string
Cat
theory.
string, Yep.
Were you thinking the same thing? Why don't you take it? Why don't you
100%.
explain what cat string theory is?
So cat string, it's an interesting social construct. But in short, if you hang a piece of string in front of a cat and you bounce it around, whatever, they're going to play with it. But as soon as you drop it, they don't care about it because the challenge and the chase is gone. That's really it.
it applies exactly to relationships, dating, courting, the whole 9 yards.
So how do you win?
We're
For
not
who? The
playing
girl or the
game.
guy?
Oh, I don't
The
know.
girl.
Very
Who's
good. I like that
winning?
reference. 1987 War Games.
Oh, very good, but no, not 1987. It's more like 1983.
Oh, really?
Shit.
That was
Very
close.
good, very good. I'm very impressed.
You like that?
Who's
Yeah.
winning though? Like who's winning? Like
Yeah.
Well, so
What?
this goes with guys and girls. Cat string theory can be applied, and by the way, that's from a book called The Game by Neil Strauss.
yes.
By Neil Strauss.
Yes.
Cat string theory is a theory applied to dating and relationships and the whole 9 yards, where if you show the attention, if you dangle that attention string in front of the girl, that she is likely to chase that string. However, as soon as you give in and you become hers, suddenly she's not interested. It's the same thing for guys. Exactly the same thing.
Yes, but the whole buying into the girls and guys, like the guy's attention versus the girl's attention. I'm not doing that. I don't understand that anymore.
I'm trying
like,
to point to you to talk into the
You
mic. There you go.
got-
Into the mic. There you
Well,
go.
hello.
I always get in trouble for that.
No, it's okay. I don't. I mean, I know that was a thing at some time.
Like early 20s.
The guys getting the girl's attention, the girls getting the guy's attention, but I just don't think that definitely doesn't exist anymore.
I disagree.
At your age.
I disagree with you 100%.
Do you?
Cat string theory can be applied in any
Well-
demographic, any genre, any location. It's
But,
just a banner of everyone. So here's the
I
thing.
think it applies to everybody, but to say that is a thing that's imposed on men by women,
and vice versa.
No, I disagree because if I stop showing you interest, you don't give a fuck. You're like, you fucking bitch, just
What the
whatever.
fuck? This got personal awfully quick.
It turns if I am trying to show you more interest and I'm being on you, you give me more attention rather than if I ignore you.
That goes back to the first question, though,
This
because
was
that becomes
specifically
needy.
aimed at Andrea
Yeah,
because
exactly.
she's such a lady.
You have to understand, Andrea single
She's the female.
Jason,
she's the
Andrea,
female. She's the female's
that's not
female.
fair.
Andrea singly
She's
picks out the questions that
not
affect
fair.
our relationship.
No, I don't.
I'm kidding. I'm
I
kidding.
actually
I'm
take
kidding.
out questions because I don't want to hear the answer.
No, but I know Andrea, and Andrea is she is a male female interest person, and she is very interested in the differences between men and women,
Yes.
and women are women, and men are men.
They are.
I learned this when I tried to empower her to change her own oil years ago. And she's
Fuck
like, I'm not
you.
doing that.
That's a man's job.
Wait a minute. Change your own. Is that like a sexual
I'll
reference?
cook
No, I think he
dinner.
meant it literal.
Oh,
No.
in
I
a
will,
car. Oh,
I
okay.
will. I will cook dinner, but I won't change my oil.
Learn to change your own oil, woman.
Who cooked your salmon?
Got him.
I don't know, but you made my bacon, and I loved you for it.
I always cooked your salmon, and I had chicken.
You
and
gotta.
came
You guys
and
are.
fixed
You
my
guys are
car.
referencing some inside information. So
Sorry, y'all.
Jason and Andrea used to be roommates.
Yes, we did.
Early
100
20s.
years ago.
Early 20s. Early 20s.
You two are young people, but you have incredibly old souls.
Yes.
So there's no challenging that. You two
We
are.
lived the 50s lifestyle. He needed to take care of the cars, and I would cook dinner.
Well, and I got fed up, and I
Oh,
was like,
God,
"You
he
take
yelled
care
at
of
me.
your own car."
So you guys had the
yelled at
perfect.
me.
You guys had the perfect relationship. You were into guys. She was into guys as well. You were in a relationship, but had no interest in each other.
Right, but we still made the housework. You know, it was
I
a perfect
love-
50s relationship.
Awesome.
That didn't matter. And we went
Separate
to
beds?
we went to gay
Separate
bars.
beds.
The
We went
guys
to
would
gay
buy
bars.
me drinks to talk to him.
Right,
So
and I had a
it turned
blast.
totally different. It was awesome.
We're gonna
Wow.
have to dig deeper.
I never
onto
really
that.
saw it like that.
I saw it.
I didn't.
awesome.
I didn't. I was just
Wait,
doing
at
my
a gay
thing.
so at a gay bar, a guy
Like
would
a
buy,
typical man, I was just doing what I wanted to do.
a guy,
I got free drinks. That was good.
Andrea, a guy would buy you drinks to get into Jason's pants.
Yes.
Because you're good friends with Jason.
And I didn't have
Holla.
to worry about getting like abducted or molested. They were all fabulous guys, and they'd be like, "You are so gorgeous," and they totally meant it. I mean, or they just wanted Jason.
No, they
But,
totally
I
meant it
mean-
because you were. And you are.
Okay.
Because you're amazing
But
and you're
buy me
beautiful.
drinks with no obligation.
No bullshit.
No obligation. He had the obligation.
Back-
not me.
Back to
I
the-
always carried the obligation.
He was good at doing that.
Back to
I
the-
had to perform at the end of the day, everybody.
He had to pay our check.
All right, back to the question.
Drinks aren't free.
So, Tach, what do you think?
She was my pimp.
I don't even remember what the question was.
Andrea, repeat the question.
There was a question.
There was a question.
I'm telling you.
Why is it when you don't pay attention to a guy, he won't leave you alone, but as soon as you start showing no interest, he doesn't want you?
I think it's maybe true for 20-somethings, but at this point in my life, I can't really relate.
Do we
That's
know
not
anything
true for
about
older
the
men.
Do we know anything about the girl that emailed us that question? Is she younger, or does she give any of her demographic?
I think this is just a general question.
Okay.
You want something better? I don't know if it's better. It's the next one. All right. This is from Jill in Wisconsin. I've been in love with my best friend's boyfriend for a while, and now they've recently broken up. Soon afterwards, we spent the night together. But now I'm not sure if I should tell her or what it means to him. All I know is that I love him. What do I do?
That sounds really sad.
So it's her best friend's boyfriend?
First of all, you are the worst best friend ever.
Absolutely.
So
Who are you talking to?
do girls have the same code that guys do? So
What is the
Yeah.
code? What is the code?
Guys have a code. So, for example, Tach used to date a wonderful girl named Holly.
Oh.
All right, and Holly was a beautiful, wonderful girl. However, Patty, I'm sorry to talk about his
I'm kidding.
ex-girlfriend.
I'm kidding.
I just realized how
Nah,
insensitive
Patty-
that was.
No, that's fine.
But
Patty's cool.
All right, cool.
Patty knows.
Here's
Yeah, of course.
here's the thing. There's a secret code amongst guy friends that says you don't date my exes. It's a secret code amongst guys,
Which
it's
is
just
often broken, is it not?
well, but guys are horny, and look, it is what it is.
right.
The shit
So are
happens
girls.
But
sometimes.
girls do that to
So
each
are
other.
girls.
Here's the
yeah.
catch.
Fuck that bitch.
I'm gonna fuck him. It's
My-
good.
My father, my father, my no shit dad used to date, like when he was originally dating back in the day, dated my mother's best friend. They broke up, my mother stepped in, and so I became. And they're still married today.
Oh,
So it's not, to me, it's not a faux pas. It's not a negative.
It is a faux pas.
Not necessarily. If true love is true love, it's meant to be no matter what.
But she lost her best friend.
did she?
Yeah, she lost her best friend. Yeah, that happened. But guess what? She gained her soulmate.
Her soulmate. Yeah.
So-
Her baby daddy and her
And,
And they're still together
and I
a
happened.
zillion
So,
years
there's
later.
that.
right. So
We all
that's a
make
good
mistakes.
thing. Oh,
You
you're
motherfucker.
you're such a fucking guy, dude.
So I guess the
I happened, so this was the best thing in the world. I'm a man.
He is Lord Adam.
He's making fun of the host.
He
He's
is
perfect.
a direct
Yeah, yeah.
descendant
He's
of
perfect.
a lord.
Adam is a man.
In my personal experience, that's a good example of how it will work out. How if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Not so much deriving on the idea of fate. However, true love is true love, in my opinion. That supersedes fate. That supersedes everything.
Sure.
So
Well, I guess then you have to decide. I mean, which one best friend is going to be your best friend? Because
Right.
she's going to lose her girl best friend
well,
by saying this.
in my opinion, in this case, guess what? True love trumps friendships, no matter how well the bond is.
Do not fucking say
Then
Trumps.
she needs to make sure that this guy, her best friend's ex-boyfriend is for real. Because is it worth losing your best girlfriend? over?
So,
Jason, you're not a
I've-
Trump fan?
Who?
What?
Come on, tell me.
Gross.
No, seriously.
Trumps?
What? Why did we get into
Oh,
this?
No, just
no.
because of what he said. I won't get into this now. However,
we
listen,
will not get into this.
this may
now.
lead
I'm
to
throwing
great
up.
conversations in future podcasts.
the
Not
future
political,
podcasts.
just in individual personality.
I'm not sure that I could really contribute to a conversation about the word Trumps.
I am fucking salivating
It
over
really-
this idea.
It
You have no idea.
really, my skin crawls.
I'm
I
throwing
respect that.
up right
My skin
now.
crawls.
So women are mean to each other on purpose? I've never heard of this concept. So
Women are
It's a very new thing.
Oh, it's
You've
a-
never heard of this
Crazy.
before.
yeah, this is
You
weird.
either
It's
they're
never
either-
happened.
This is brand new
It's
information.
never
not-
happened.
It's not all. Either it's actually one or the other. It's like
Oh.
they're either completely nice and sweet and will get along with anyone. There
Yeah.
are even those people have certain people.
That's the weird thing. That's the weird thing about the history
Otherwise, I hate it.
of folk, right? forgive me. Women tend to be the conniving ones who really do the back.
Well,
the back dealing.
Everything.
No.
Straight men in the tradition, just they make the decision and they do. Mafia, they do some dirty work.
That's because their wives.
Women really do the conniving shit.
Podcast mafia.
But you add gay men into the fold. Ooh, those are the worst.
That's like the best of both.
Gay men are dirty.
That's the best.
So they will fuck over anybody twice.
Jason, just so you know, I have been working with Tach and at the time Jay and Josh and Andrea trying to build an episode around the gay episode. I want a gay man's perspective on life, and not just man's. If any gay women wanted to come on the show,
what kind of gay man do you want, though?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter to me. I don't have a preference for gay men.
Well, because gay men have so many boxes to fill out. It's
well, usually isn't it the straight man that fills in the boxes?
You have to.
It took me a second. I was like, what?
No.
But no one's the same.
Gay men have so many roles to play.
Just
you
like
you either have to be a twink or a bottom or
a bear.
Don't forget about the bears.
You have to be a bear or a
bears.
You
have to be in the closet or not out of the closet.
Do you have to be?
You have to be a bottom or a top.
Well, listen, Jason. In all respect, I want when you're willing to share it, I want your story of coming out of the closet.
Okay.
I want your stories of life differentials between a gay man and a straight man. That kind of introspective. I want those things. Not tonight because we're running short on time.
Is he coming back or something?
I mean, I would. Yes, of course. I want Jason back in this. You have no idea.
I'm moving to Wyoming.
No, you're not allowed. We'll tie you up.
I went there before I met Andrea. I went to Jackson Hole.
Yeah.
Jackson's Hole. I would love to visit Jackson's Hole.
With his ex-girlfriend.
A really great idea.
With his ex-girlfriend,
she
showed up at my birthday, and I broke the first bone in my entire life on my 35th birthday.
Oh, which
because
bone?
This bitch.
Which
what
bone?
An asshole.
The
You're
second
the worst.
toe.
I am a bad guy, I
This toe.
guess.
Oh,
Right
wow. Come on.
It wasn't her fault.
You
It
can't
was
get a
like the
cast for that.
4-inch heels. I
You
didn't
put
do
a
nothing.
fucking piece of tape on it and go home.
I didn't put the tape on it.
She
I
bled
just
the whole night.
I bled all night and
You
let
bled?
it
All
I
night?
had to dance. It was my birthday.
All right, sorry, we're completely dodging her
Yes,
question. What was the question again?
I think we finished that one.
Oh, all right.
All right, let's move on.
Number 3 is from Kenzie in
This
Florida.
is 3?
We're 25 minutes into the
Fuck
segment.
you.
We're only on number 3.
It doesn't matter if you're gay or straight. You're still a man.
It's
Fuck
true.
you.
Fuck you. Fuck you too.
It's female time.
I like this. Andrea puts him in his place.
Yeah, well.
See how this works?
I put all of you
And
in
then
your
he
place.
puts
I put
her
Andrea
in her place. Yeah.
I put all of you in your place.
If you do
I
it,
make
you're an
you
asshole.
dinner.
Right, Tach, you're a fucking genius. You know exactly what's going on.
Yes.
What did you say, Tach?
Nothing.
No, it matters because I'll listen to you.
Nice.
Oh, God knows she doesn't listen to me.
All right, Kenzie in Florida wants to know,
Kenzie.
at what point is it appropriate to have the "where's this going" to talk?
Tach.
Oh. Do we
This
have
was
some insight?
actually a big conversation in our
After
guest room.
anal.
I've already done that though. And do you see anything on my finger?
What?
Oh.
Where are you sticking your finger at?
Listen, let me clarify.
I'm talking about Kenzie, not you, Ann.
Let me clarify for you, Kenzie. Doing anal does not mean you're gonna get a ring. How you get a ring is
That's a donkey carrot situation.
Jason,
there.
you told me that was 19. If I do anal, I'll get a ring.
I never said that.
No, you didn't.
No, I said
Jessica.
if you did the anal, you would find a ring. I mean, a
ring
brown
of
chocolate ring.
Okay, I totally misunderstood that. Dang, my whole life I've been doing anal after this
Oh my
ring.
gosh, I'm really
For
sorry.
the last 10 years.
You've had the ring the entire time,
motherfucker.
It was always right there.
It's always been with you.
right in my own backyard.
I think we gotta end the show on that one. That's fucking. You are in rare form, Andrea Joy.
Tach, she broke me.
Yes, that's fantastic.
Fucking cry laughing.
Dude, yeah, I want this guy. I don't mean like that. Well, maybe.
You're
but
having a
I meant more
great
like on the
audition.
show.
Yeah, so
later, Jason, later.
for the listeners
Later.
for the listeners that did not for the listeners that did not listen last week, we're having open auditions for our official fourth mic. Let me rephrase that. We're having official auditions for our fifth
You're
mic.
just telling him this now?
What? No, he knows. Our fourth mic officially goes to Josh Wilson,
Filler.
Mr. Wilson.
I did it.
Oh,
So
fifth mic.
whenever
Dennis!
He always
Christ.
had it.
so when Josh moves over here,
Fuck out of me, dude.
Fucking Dennis.
Josh is moving over to Brevard County, so he's going to be joining us.
You can call him Mr.
whenever
Wilson.
he's able to join us, just like one of the regular hosts. However, the ensemble cast, as you guys have heard during this episode, makes the episode.
I was going to
to
say,
me.
Josh has always been a part of this for the last,
Into
year.
the mic, babe.
He's been a part of this for the last, year.
Yeah, Josh has been part of the show for sure. Just more of a behind-the-scenes kind of guy.
Why are you saying Josh? That's Mr. Wilson. This is Mr. Wilson to you.
Josh has the fourth
Hey,
mic, no
no,
question.
no.
The option, the
He's
open mic.
always a menace to me.
He's got to get down on his knees and call you Mr. Wilson now.
Excuse me?
I heard it.
The extra position, which is certainly on the table, is still open, and
like
Jason's audition is this episode basically.
So if you like him, let us know.
So wait a minute. Are you guys looking for a vote? Are you looking for a vote?
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't think.
Guess we
I mean,
We're
Let's
getting
vote
voted
Jason
in.
on. Let's vote Jason onto
You
the show.
can be voted out.
Excuse me.
This
is
could
like
be
Big Brother.
all you feeling bad.
This is Big Brother.
This could
Oh my
kill your self-esteem.
Oh my god, I'm so nervous now.
well, Jason, just so you know,
You have to win this game.
irrelevant.
If you win this game, you're on.
Irrelevant.
Just call me Katniss.
Is that your word? Star Wars?
Oh, I was like, what are we doing?
Wait, is that the Girl Scout pledge?
That's Katniss's badge that
That's
she put.
the
I'm
Girl
holding
Scout.
up three
Jason,
That's
fingers.
the
did
Girl
you hear
Scout
me?
thing.
Well,
I said Star
Katniss.
Wars.
do you understand that?
Yes, I get it.
What
Yeah,
is
I get
that?
it now.
I-
I said it twice, so
Fucking
that's
What's
2
Star
times.
Wars?
I said it.
no, that's Star
3
Trek.
times.
Close tack.
No,
Close
Star
no,
Trek,
no, you
it's
say
Spock.
it. Say it. Just
What?
say
Spock.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Very good.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, who said it? Who said it?
Oh, thank you,
No, that
guys.
happens.
Star Wars is
I
fun.
needed that.
So for the listeners, I just held up the Spock's.
There's been a lot of talking. We need to
Yeah.
back it down here.
yeah.
Talk to me more about Star Wars titles.
So what happened? What happened to the Gary?
All right, repeat your question, Andrea, because I want Josh. I want
That solves
Josh's input
problems.
on this.
What is the point? Wait, at what point is it appropriate to have the "Where is this going?" talk?
Oh,
Oh man, that's gonna be different for everybody though. It's gonna be different for every relationship too. I mean, for me, if I had to put like a win to it, I'd say probably a couple months into dating is kind of the point where I have to decide, or I guess we would have to decide. Is this where do we want to go with this? Are we just gonna be sleeping and going out to bars, or are we?
But does it get to a point that you get so old
Repeat that question.
that if it's been so long,
Repeat
you,
the whole question, please. You were way off mic.
the whole question?
No. What
You just said.
There gets to a point.
about
Yes, sure.
Yes.
Start
Okay,
there.
there gets to a point. That's the only thing that I said.
Just
All
go.
right, just start over.
Hey,
Go.
but what about when you want to go have breakfast with somebody and like get snuggly and stuff?
But I
But
mean,
I mean, where is it going? If you've been dating, there gets to a point that you get to an age, and if it's been so long, you're like, well, either it's happening or it's not because I'm old and I need to move on. If it's been 5 years,
Is this
and
to
you
me?
don't want.
Is
Do you
this
guys
directed
sense
at me?
that?
Yes.
Do you guys sense
It's
that?
been 5 years and they haven't asked
And
you to marry
she's done
them.
anal.
It's time to move on.
I've done the anal. I've done the anal.
I've
Like,
done
what
it.
else do I have to do?
I'm just saying, you get to a point, you get to an age that you're like, if you don't want to marry me in this amount of time, then let's move on. 'Cause it's not
Maybe,
gonna
hang
happen.
on. Maybe some guys. I don't know. Like just coming up with this off the top of my head.
What
Maybe
if
some guys can't afford the ring that the girl deserves.
Why does money matter?
Could they imagine? Could they imagine a wedding that was filled with, like, what if they were coming down the aisle, right? And there were
like
things that were like,
Are we going to improv?
no, yes,
like,
we
make
could,
the
we
wedding.
could,
Do it.
we
I
could.
like the wedding.
Like, what if we were walking in the aisle, right? And there were like these beautiful imaginings happening. Like, what could happen as we were walking down the aisle? There are
Cherubs, unicorns,
other things.
tacos.
I want naked babies with bow and arrows at my wedding.
What about what about like what if we were like there were the beautiful things coming out of
what
Hey,
are they
Josh,
coming out
I'm
of?
masturbating.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Remind me
baiting.
never to give Jason the best
ring?
scotch we have in the studio.
Right?
But why?
He's talking about naked babies. I'm just.
He's baiting. He's
I
baiting.
never said anything about naked babies.
Oh, is this baiting for his words?
You did.
Oh.
You
Said
cunt.
naked baby.
I'm gonna call you. I never said anything about naked babies. I'll call you a cunt.
I'll take it.
Is that cunt?
Hey,
Okay,
guess what, Jason?
so
I am what I eat.
Yeah.
All right, so these babies are coming out of their cocoons and turning into beautiful.
Well, say the
Andrea.
say the word.
Into the
Wait.
mic,
on the
baby.
mic, get
Into
on
the
the
mic.
mic.
There you go.
Sorry.
Hi.
Andrea's like,
Are those mug shots? Can you play
So
something
mean.
pleasing in the background?
So
It's
mean.
really upsetting.
Because I can wear false
We are,
eyelashes
like-
better than any
Yeah.
of you.
So,
We're derailing a
so
lot
what happened?
tonight.
What happened?
Can we focus back?
Yeah, let's do that.
focus.
Let's focus.
Tack.
So-
Tack. Bring
Hey.
us back.
Bring us back. So, what's the question?
At what
Sorry.
point is it appropriate?
Forward
to
new
where
question.
is this going?
Where is this going? I
Yeah,
think
where's
it's
going?
relative to the relationship. 100%. I mean, that could be 3 years into the
But if
quote,
you're like
relationship.
40 years old and it's been like 2 years, if you're not knowing if you're going to get married or not, like just move on, right?
I'm not answering that question, Andrea.
Oh wait, because you're 40.
are you?
No,
hey,
I'm
Tack,
not answering that question
Tack.
because it sounds too
Are
close
you?
to
Are
this.
you and Patty holding
We haven't
hands?
been together for
No,
2
we're
years,
not.
and neither
Are you
one
guys
of us
holding
are
hands?
40.
Oh, that's
Yes.
adorable.
Was there a
He's
tape
rubbing my
massage?
fingers.
It's not too close. We haven't
What?
been together 2 years, and neither
I
one of us
gotcha,
are 40.
I gotcha. So, Patty, where's this going?
No, it's over.
Oh, okay. It's over.
Oh,
Okay.
it's over. What's going on?
yes.
I know. I want the baby.
So there's 100 ways to answer this particular question.
I think it's relative.
Each,
so.
yeah, it's relative to the individual relationship. So I'm sorry to tell. What was her name that asked the question?
Kenzie.
Kinsey, I'm sorry to tell you this, but unfortunately, to each their own. We don't have a good way to answer this to give you advice. It depends on the variables of your relationship that's going to really make the difference.
You said
guess-
because it's because you can't afford a ring.
Well, for me,
So can you have a baby before you get married?
yeah, sure, why not?
All right, I'm good. All right, number 4.
Into the mic, babe.
I've been in love with my best friend's boyfriend for a while, and now they've recently broken up. Soon afterwards, we spent the night. Isn't this what I just
Yeah,
said?
We
you
just did
did
this
that.
one. Next.
That's what I was asking if I did.
Jason, what's happening over there, man?
All
I'm
right,
just reacting to what's going on.
number 5.
Hey, Josh, Jason will be sleeping in the same room as you tonight. He can't drive home. I hate to tell you this, but your wife.
Are you ready, Josh?
Your wife doesn't need to know about what happens tonight.
This is your audition. Come on, straighten up, Jason.
What?
Don't let him kick you off the island.
No one can kick me off any place. These people are bullshit.
All right, number 5 is from Hannah in Florida. I'm not the most confident person, but I'm well aware that confidence is an attractive trait.
Hung.
Do you have any advice to help give the impression that I'm confident?
From a
I got
female.
one.
So she wants advice for how a female can give confidence
Be
perception.
Oh.
Okay.
Well.
Yeah.
If you want to look confident, you could just send nudes.
No! No.
What's wrong with that?
I like
What's
it.
wrong with that?
I like it.
No.
You want to appear confident in your body.
But
right.
if you're Monica,
Can I just thought that if you want to send nudes,
I got it.
There it is.
no dick
I got
pics.
it.
Oh, that was your card. That was your number or your thing game. Nice.
Oh, fuck.
if you
What
want
was
to
it?
send,
What
if you
was your
want to
num-
send
send
nudes,
nudes?
as a female, you had to make sure that your tits
Send
are
nudes.
properly proportioned. Please.
I'll agree with that.
And if your flaps are weird, flap it out.
What?
Flap it out like a what?
A walrus?
What flaps?
All right, so confidence.
You have to pick something beautiful.
I can't.
Flapping like a unicorn.
No, I didn't no. It was a brief flap,
like a flap, like
a beautiful butterfly.
Yes.
Hey, Josh.
She got a word in.
What? Butterfly.
How'd that happen?
God damn it. Is this when you realize that you're sober and the rest of the room is drunk?
Hey,
No,
before
I'm drunk. I'm
I
not
have a
saying that.
suggestion.
Oh, please tell me, Josh.
Josh, what's
Before he comes on,
What's that?
I'm about to eat you.
Why?
Watch out.
Why?
before
Jason,
we
what
make
am I
him
doing?
permanent.
Wait, Andrea, wait.
What is this called?
She's trying.
What's that?
That's a microphone.
No, what is my eye doing?
It's winking. The words are.
Oh, you guys can't cheat. That's cheating.
Fuckers.
It's not cheating. He didn't know.
Does anybody like a fruit from the
Star Wars?
From Hawaii?
A pineapple?
Oh, thanks.
All right. No, that's cheating. You guys are cheating now.
We're not cheating.
I didn't know what that word was.
All right, Tach, what's up?
I was just gonna say before you make him permanent, what you have to do is send these two on a vacation for like a week together to get these talkies out.
Right?
You just give us 5 hours.
No, Tach, you understand.
No, you just give us more fire if we're together more.
If Jason is part of the show, this interaction is every week. You have to understand that. You have to understand that.
Tach, that's something to consider. And I'm okay if you can't handle it. I'm okay.
Yes.
You're okay.
I can be a guest sometimes. I can be our guest.
Be our guest. Put our
Right.
service to the test.
Yes.
You guys are
Yes.
too easy. Have we answered her question?
Who's?
Hannah's.
Andrea's?
Hannah's. I'm not the most confident person, but I'm well aware
right.
of the confidence is an attractive trait. Do you have any advice to help give the impression that I'm confident? And no, it's not my question. I asked the girls in the dressing room to give me questions, so answer their fucking questions.
Hardest
Assholes.
episode ever to edit.
I want to say shut
Hardest
the fuck
episode.
up.
You know what? I have an honest answer this time.
Oh.
The easiest way is to just not openly second guess yourself. So if I want to go to the movies. Do you want to go to the movies? And if they're like, it doesn't sound fun, you're just like, okay, no big deal. Or just be assertive. If you say something, just stick with it.
I would love that.
I like that.
May I piggyback on Joshua?
No.
No.
He thought you
That
said
would be
piggyback
fun,
ride.
wouldn't it?
He thought you said piggyback ride.
Not live on the idea. No, that is the thing. It's self-esteem. It's self-awareness. It's be confident. Be confident in yourself. If you don't want to do that, don't do that. When you make a decision, make the decision and go with it, and then people will adjust around you. You don't have to do what people want you to do.
If you want to piggyback, jump on their back.
You fucking do what you want to do, and then see how people react. And then if you need to adjust, you'll know. But if you don't, people will take
adjust to you.
Exactly.
That's very good. That's spot on.
Exactly.
Be the queen of your own kingdom, Miss Hannah.
A king of your own queen.
I'll tell
it
you,
was Hannah, so.
I'll tell you from a man's perspective, confidence in the girl that he's dating at the time. Now, this is way prior to marriage or anything else like that, or even serious long-term relationships. But
Is that a warning?
no,
You're looking at me like,
no.
She called out a warning.
I'm standing up for myself.
No. What I'm saying is, so in our relationship, Andrea, you and I have been together for almost 2 years now. So
we're perfect.
I know your personality to a T. But let's take Patty and Tach as an example here.
Okay.
A new
in a new relationship, having the ability. No offense, I'm not trying to.
Like dating relationship, not like.
Yeah, I'm not trying to single you guys out.
Continue.
But for a guy, so the girl
Stop
is
the
asking,
formalities, bitches. Just do it.
The girl is asking the question here in this diary question. By the way, send your questions to show@livingpodcariously.com.
Please.
The girl is asking the question, and she wants to know: is it important to exude confidence? to a certain level, 100% agreed. You don't want to be overconfident because then you seem conceited. However, in a beginning of a relationship, you want to seem confident enough that you're proud of yourself, proud of your person, proud of your personality, and the guy will see that as confidence and not what's the word I'm looking for? Not having questions of things like
or arrogant.
am I good enough?
Or arrogance?
Yeah. Don't take confidence over exaggerated confidence lead to conceited. And you don't ever want to come off as conceited in a relationship.
Or arrogant.
Or arrogant, yes. But if you're drinking a scotch, you always want to be arrogant because that's kind of what scotch requires.
He's drinking Jack now, so
No,
right.
no. I need more scotch.
Now, but seriously, in an early relationship, from a guy's perspective, you want a girl that's willing to go out on a whim, willing to do things that are a little bit maybe outside of her comfort zone. You want a girl that's willing to do those things that maybe she's not perfectly comfortable
Girl, be
with.
exactly what you're comfortable with.
On me. I mean, if you don't like me, then I'm sorry. I cannot change who I am. I am a goofball. I'm a social butterfly. I could talk to anybody. And I'm sorry, if you don't like me for who I am, then you're not right for me.
That statement in itself is confidence being exuded right now, though.
Exactly. But that's just who I am. And if you don't like it, then I'm sorry. I'm not going to change and be somebody fake that I'm not just for that guy to like me.
No, that's good. That's a good answer. That kind of answer is perfect. A girl that's shy or self-conceited or very introverted wouldn't answer that way. A girl who's confident about herself and her life and her choices and her, who she is as a person at this point wouldn't answer that way. So that's a very good answer.
There's something that I find interesting that you say over and over, though, Adam, is that the girl who is this girl who is the girl who you want, the girl the girl who is this, the girl who is that, the girl who is this. I wonder about your misogynistic.
Oh no! There's a little. Jason, I never shy away from that. So I'm a guy. Listen, I'm not misogynist to the point of being abusive or mean. However,
I know that
I am a man.
You're a male. You're an American man.
A little difference. Hang on. A little bit of a difference. I love the idea, and I know it sounds horrible, and I know I'm not a fan of our female listeners. I got it, but I love the idea of a typical, stereotypical 50s female wife.
And do I have to change my tires or do the lawn?
Never.
No, I don't mind that. I don't mind
I'm
roles.
a 50s girl. I don't mind doing my female role as long as I don't do that gross stuff outside.
That is why the two of us work together.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to do the stereotypical man things. I don't ever even want to fucking step foot into a grocery store.
Yeah.
Okay? Not to say that's demoralizing.
Nobody does, Adam.
I don't
want to.
First date, he already tells me I have to go to the grocery store. I have to do the shopping now.
Yes. Look, I respect women. I respect what women stand for.
Of course.
I'm a feminist in essence. I can never be a real feminist because I'm not a woman. So I respect that.
I understand.
However, I'm a feminist to the point where I understand the struggle that females have in our society. Now, that's the first minority. There's tons of other minorities to include gay men.
No.
I understand the struggles. However, I can't relate to them because I'm not that. But hang on. But I absolutely am a fan of that stereotype.
I love you.
He's totally realistic. He's a visionary. Yeah, he's just the woman has her role, and that's
if
what she
I could have
does.
been born in 1935, I would have fit in spot on.
Obviously, he has 2 ex-wives. 2.
Yeah.
Here you are.
There are 2 women out there.
Here you are in the 21st century.
There are 2 women out there that hate my guts. One of them gets $1,000 a month. The other one just hates me. So
that's why I don't have a diamond ring.
Well, here we are in the 21st century, and I myself am a man who understands the roles of the male and the female on this planet,
or the masculine and feminine.
The masculine and the feminine on the
easy for you to say, Jace.
Excuse me. The masculine and the feminine on the planet. Like it takes both right? And we all work in a different way. We all work in a different way.
We do.
We work in a different way.
I will cook and clean, but I don't want to touch gross trash.
Well, stop being so...
I don't want to change my
Stop
tire.
being so
hang
50s.
Hang on, Jason. To each his own. In our relationship, that works well.
That works for you.
Yes, for us it works.
Not?
And I love it.
Why not, though?
I love it.
If I'm happy not changing my tire.
But that doesn't work for everybody, you know.
It doesn't.
Some women are the breadwinners.
Yeah, agreed.
Some women are the breadwinners in the family.
Women doctors
and the
and all
men,
that.
the men are the creative wanderers who don't have jobs.
And they're good, but I'm not one of those. I want a prince to take care of me and change my fucking tire.
I've never met one of those women.
And in return...
So what was the question?
Dinner.
My cousin, she fucking makes $100,000 a year and supports her husband.
No,
nice. Is she? Hey, is she single?
It's
no, I'm kidding.
It's about the feminine male role.
All right, you better shut your face, bitch.
Damn, Jason's gonna kick my ass.
No.
Tach, will you defend me, Tach?
It's because I love you.
I don't even know what's going on.
It all goes.
I got you.
It's all about the feminine male role.
It's because I love you and I might want to stroke you.
What is the feminine?
Give me one more of those
feminine role in the
scotches,
male role
and I'll
in
be
a
good.
relationship.
All right,
Give me
Andrea,
a scotch.
Next question.
I was
We
explaining.
gotta wrap
what
this
the
up.
question was. Sorry.
Hardest episode ever to edit, by the way.
Yes.
Last question.
What would it be?
Let's do it.
Jesus.
Hardest question.
53 minutes in this segment.
All right.
This is the hardest question.
Oh my
Okay.
god. Oh my
Pun
god.
intended.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Timothy in Florida is a male.
I gotta pee.
Has a question.
Timothy in Florida is a male.
Timothy in Florida, a male in our diary. He's instead of a female listener, it's a male.
So we have a male listener.
Okay.
Nice.
Male.
Usually, so Jason, usually female listeners send us the questions, and what they want is a general men's consensus or answer to their question. That's what the whole diary segment is all about. But occasionally, we get men's questions sent in.
Okay.
So, Timothy, I am addicted to porn and recently got married to my long-term girlfriend.
Yes.
I am a little restless as I don't get my personal space to watch porn. It is troubling me a lot. I watch it in the toilet mostly, and my wife has started to suspect me. I love my wife, but I feel it is a harmless hobby that I have. What can I do?
Harmful hobby.
A harmless hobby. It's funny.
A harmful hobby.
Harmful hobby.
Why is it harmful?
Because I'm also an addict.
He did say he was a porn addict.
Gotcha. Okay.
I get it. Pornography is a horrible addiction. I suffer from the same.
Okay.
No,
as in, like,
get
it gets in the way of like your relationship.
It doesn't get in the way, but I do rely on it as a I'm gonna come home and just relax, have a glass of wine, and jerk off.
But what about your boyfriend?
Gotcha.
Into the mic, Jason.
Why can't you be with your boyfriend?
Well, my boyfriend doesn't do the same thing that the pornography does for me.
Why can't he? Have you asked him?
It's not the same.
No, it's like a personal thing. It's a personal thing.
It's not the same.
We've answered this question once before, and it's a similar answer that we're going to give this listener. Pornography actually triggers something chemically, biologically,
dopamine.
In the prospective viewer's brain that triggers differently than a real interaction and sex relationship.
Correct.
I get it.
Well, it triggers
It's
differently.
not a replacement for sex.
No,
totally
it's
separate
completely
thing.
different. Yes,
pornography.
It is a replacement because
pornography
if you
is
get
very-
off on porn, you're not going to get off on your girlfriend.
That is not true.
Pornography is very male.
You can't get off on the
no.
porn. Your girlfriend walks in and then you can have sex
Is
with
it
her.
not? Is
Not
it
necessarily.
Is
No.
it not?
No, absolutely not. There's a study, and I don't know, an Ivy League, Harvard or Yale or one of these colleges did a study on this already and have proven the chemical reactions in the human's brain when dealing with pornography compared to dealing with sex is completely different.
But
Sex,
pornography is not natural.
It's not.
I don't know how to answer
And you're
that.
right.
So I'm wondering about the study.
You're right.
It is natural now. Hang on.
It
is natural now.
It's voyeurism. It's a fetish.
Sort of.
It's voyeurism.
It's not natural.
Which is very key. Which is key to homosexual tendencies.
Sexual tendencies?
Homosexual.
Wait a minute.
Homosexual.
Whoa, hold on. Tie in.
confused.
Let me go back. Let me go back.
Yeah.
Let me go back. Voyeurism is key to homosexuality.
I disagree.
I've heard this.
Wait, I'm
You
confused
did-
on the
you
word.
disagree?
I countered that completely.
No,
yes.
wait, I'm confused on the word key. Like, what do you mean by key?
Look, I'm a voyeur. So
important. Key meant
I
important.
gotcha. So it's important for homosexuality, or
No.
you're saying that voyeurism?
No, it's
It's the wording that.
Yeah, the
confuses-
no,
the
it's
wording might have
key
thrown me off
because it's close to, not that it's
Okay,
it's
it's
better
close to.
than.
So voyeurism is close to
No,
homosexuality.
I disagree completely.
Yes, it is.
I mean,
Voyeurism.
Respectfully,
Okay.
Jason, I'm going to counter you.
I don't understand.
Counter me now.
Voyeurism has nothing to do with individual sexual preference.
No, that's
it has to do with seeing something you're not supposed to see.
Right.
How is that? How is seeing something you're not supposed to see have anything to do with sexual preference?
Okay, no, that does not. Okay, that's a beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you for this gift.
Thank you. That is a very beautiful comparison.
I fucking want him on
Adam,
the show.
that
I
is
want him
a
on this show so
beautiful-
bad you have no idea.
That is a beautiful comparison. But what I am bringing is that homosexuals through the time, all they've had to deal with is visual pleasure and
Okay.
secretive pleasures.
Ooh. Okay,
Sure.
I see what you're saying.
That bring. I'm sorry.
No, I see
Yeah.
exactly what you're
you
saying.
can speak openly.
No, I see exactly
podcast.
what you're saying. Here's my caveat to that is secretiveness is a stereotype of its own. All right. Secretiveness is associated with the homosexuality
Indeed.
preference,
Yes.
as well as the voyeur. However, they are not codependent of each other.
They are
But
not.
I agree. I love, all right, Jason, when I'm in my private time, all right, you know what I'm
Do I
talking
need
about?
to hear this?
You know, Andrea, take your headphones off. Take your headphones off.
Earmuffs on.
When I'm in my private time,
I
What is he
hear it.
doing?
when I'm
Why is this happening to me? I go,
voyeur kind of porn is fat. Andrea's leaving the room. She's literally walking away. Voyeurism porn is fat. To me is fascinating. However, that does not lead me down the same road as the mindset of a homosexual man.
Because
They're tied together, but they're not. They're independent of each other.
Okay, so if you're religious, the things that a homosexual man thinks of and does in pornography is very, very blasphemous.
Sure.
Okay.
You know?
None of us are strictly religious other than Andrea.
Okay.
And she's gone now.
But I mean, if you look, I mean, if you want to go down a road of gay men pornography through the years, especially in the 70s, I mean,
sure.
Right now, I mean,
this is completely different times, though. Hang on.
Today, it's just like
2017 is completely
suntanned
different.
asses and a cock up an ass. Back then, it was like
tolerance is so much different now than it was in the 70s, as you're explaining.
Back then, it was like a whole movie of like.
bothers me as a female about porn.
Okay.
It's fine. What he does in his own time, don't tell me. I don't need to know about it. It's your personal stuff.
That's why she left.
Shh. Doesn't matter. Not
Into the
shit
mic.
to you. That was a shit.
No, I got it. I got it. You're way higher than the mic. You're like 6 inches above the mic.
Right.
What bothers me is when I'm horny and I want to get some, and my guy masturbated to porn, so I can't get any.
Okay.
That's never happened in our relationship.
He's already spent.
What bothers me?
See that? You guys see that?
She called you out. Adam.
I masturbate
Fess
so
up.
little.
Fess
now.
up.
But
Fess
it
up.
happened.
I'll be honest. Look, I masturbate to porn. Every man does. I'm not going to shy away
But
from that.
why
However, I've never.
deny your woman the dick if she wants it for some
Because
fucking slut on the video.
No, it's
I've
not
never
about
d-
this.
I've never done that in our
Watch the
relationship.
slut on the video
hang
while
on.
you're fucking me
Calm
and
down.
giving me
Calm
an
down.
orgasm. Sorry.
Calm down.
It's just I'm very
It's not
passionate
about the slut
about
on
the
the video.
subject.
In
It's not
our
about the
in
slut
our
on the video.
It
relationship,
doesn't matter who's on the video. I want the dick in me and I want an orgasm. And if he's getting it off to something else, I don't care who he's getting off to. I'm not getting mine.
Tach, best
So-
show ever.
I mean, I'm in my prime. I'm ready to go at any time. I could have sex right this second. So why do you need to masturbate to get
Pound
off?
the pussy.
If you get me off first, then you go have fun with your porn and do whatever you want, but you get your woman off
Pound
first.
me out first.
Get
Now,
your
Andrea,
woman off first.
We're gonna have some real. All
right.
So this is for Living Podcariously's listeners.
Adam,
This is real life.
Let's
This is real
debate it.
life. This
Your
is real
match
drama.
is set. You better
Let's
pound
go.
that pussy
Let's
now.
go. Let's go.
I have
Debate it.
I mean,
never once in our
You better pound it.
There was one.
in our relationship. Oh, there was once. Is that what you're saying? I
Don't
have-
look at it as a threat. Look at it as a
Oh, no,
fun,
no.
fun thing
I
to
got
do.
this.
You
I
pound that
completely got this.
pussy.
Never once in our relationship has porn ever satisfied me more than your love and your sex. Never one time.
Is that a proposal?
How does that equal a proposal?
So, since this was a man asking a question,
Yeah.
Patty, what's your response?
I don't even remember the question now. What was the question?
What was the actual question?
Andrea's
on the floor.
eating her microphone.
No, it
Patty,
wasn't. It was
Patty,
flowers.
yeah, yes, like Patty.
Tack,
Do you have something to
Insert?
inject?
I want to blush.
I have to pee so bad. Tack, you have an
Oh
idea.
my god,
Yeah.
Patty, please give me something.
All right, repeat the
It's
question.
about him being addicted to porn. And he loves his wife. He's harmless. So,
Who,
I mean,
though? There
you go.
how do you feel about your guy watching porn? Like I said, I don't give a crap as long as it doesn't interfere with my sex life.
Well,
Okay, I'm gonna be
hey,
honest because I don't care if he watches porn, but like with oh my god, I'm such a pig.
Do it. Be a pig.
I love porn.
Is this National Lampoon? What's
this?
European
No.
Vacation?
Hold on, let's back this up.
I
Like,
watch
the
it at
thing
least
is-
once a day.
What?
I'd rather watch girls get it on than a guy and a girl because that's
Yay,
so fucking hot.
wait.
Yes!
Sorry, that is like so fucking hot.
Yeah!
Porn.
My God, it's
That's all right, Tack.
Woo, God.
I always watch girl on girl porn.
Oh my God,
It's
yes.
the best. They're
Patty,
so
bring it up,
beautiful.
Patty. Yeah.
I'm like so sweet and innocent, but inside I'm just a dirty fucking girl.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Tack,
Well,
I've said this now 3 times. She's a keeper.
We've lived, we've learned. Is there a break coming?
But I say the
end of the
same
show.
thing.
Into the show.
I say the same thing.
No, I don't want to. I want the show to
Almost
continue.
2 years.
We're almost at 3 hours.
Oh, fuck off.
Are we really?
Yes.
It's almost 2 years. I say the same thing.
Listen.
I have to have a threesome, and I
like
guarantee
it.
at the end of
Everybody quiet. Everybody quiet.
Threesomes are hot.
No, everyone except Andrea. Talk.
At the end of a threesome,
She said threesome.
that's where my ring will be. I guarantee you.
What?
Okay.
Are you saying we're gonna have a threesome?
No, I'm saying no. We're not.
I heard it.
And I will never have a ring.
Josh
so
heard it.
Jason, about this baby.
Damn it.
That Anthony and you
Tack,
want.
I'm sorry. I thought I was
well,
going somewhere with that.
That's okay.
Listen,
You can have a threesome,
Andrea
but you can't
is
pull
going
up.
to be our feral fucking baby garden. Okay, I mean you can't deny
Time's
that.
coming up. Time's coming up.
It's
and I need
fine.
babies.
You'll be okay with that, won't you?
I'm fine with that.
I mean-
Unless he puts a ring on it, I'm an open
Jason.
fertilization field.
She's a field of flowers and babies, right?
And I love licking her rose petals. Yes.
Can I just get her pregnant?
My baby became a woman. I need a new baby.
Jason, there is zero, and I've said this on our show many times. In me, there is zero jealousy. I've never been jealous about anything.
So you wouldn't be jealous if I started spewing out other men's babies?
What if you started sucking dicks?
Not really. I mean, it
No?
wouldn't be jealousy. It would be
Really?
more discontent
Oh,
potentially. Not jealousy. I wouldn't be jealous that you're doing
You
things like that.
should
I would
be jealous.
I would be upset.
We're gonna be here for a while, aren't we?
All right, yeah. Let's. Look, that's another conversation for another time.
We've already had this conversation.
Yeah,
on the
many
show
times.
All right, so we'll set up
Point
the
is,
doctor.
we'll settle up.
And we'll get a turkey baster.
Let me tell you. Listen, if there was a baby ever to be had, it would be of my absolutely gorgeous girlfriend, Andrea Joy.
Yes.
Who has an amazing voice? That deserves
No,
a
I
club.
don't have an amazing
Who can
voice.
sing Patsy Cline's "Crazy" better than anyone I've ever heard, and that's why I fell in love with
an
her.
incredible womb.
And
I do
Jason
make pretty
Crase,
babies.
the triple threat himself, having a baby. Do
You're
you
a
understand?
great baby.
You guys would give birth to Justin
a quadruple
to
threat.
Justin Timberlake. That's who you would give birth to.
I was gonna say John Stamos.
Oh God, we could throw that back. No.
You say you would throw Justin?
We would abort that. That's an abortion.
That would be in the song.
That's a
And
straight
then, like,
abortion.
Justin Timberlake would be like, no,
Immediate abortion.
All right.
Yes, we need to.
How about the rest? How about the rest of these questions? Andrew?
We'd have the right baby.
That's it. That's
That's
it.
the last
We
one.
would have the right baby.
Is that all the questions?
That's
You
it.
just
All
asked me
right.
that.
I have to tell you, Andrea, that was the best diary ever.
Oh, fuck me in the ass, you guys.
I'm not getting engaged.
What are you
yet.
trying to get married?
I know, right?
Jesus Christ. All right. Man,
All right.
this is a hell of an episode, Tach.
This
Good
is like
Lord.
It's almost as bad as our 4 Girls, 1 Show.
This is a marathon episode.
We didn't
Man.
even get through any of my episode things. I wrote a whole show
I know.
during the show I was on in Beauty and the Beast.
All right. So let's do a couple of things before we do our closings.
Okay.
All right. Let's get a count.
I count 1, 2.
This is where we determine who is the winner of It's Game Time.
Oh, shit.
The winner
Well, we
is
already know
most
the winners.
obviously Patty.
Patty won.
Me,
Who comes in
thank you.
number second
Taco
is
Bell.
me.
Number 2.
Sweet. High
Number
five.
second, I'll
I
take it.
have Taco Bell and Wink.
So let's go around the room. Andrea, how many do you have left?
Actually,
2.
Taco Bell was said today. Cause,
Was it?
yeah, because we were talking about our date and I told we went to
Was.
Taco Bell.
Early in the
Taco
episode.
Bell.
I don't know.
Sorry, I'm
Wait,
honest.
stop.
She already said it. She just said it now.
We need approval. We need approval.
She said it now like 3
But
times.
hold up a second. Let's pause.
Yeah,
I
this is
believe that
Tach's
Taco
call.
Bell may have been mentioned before we did Game Time.
But she's saying it now.
Yeah, well, Tach, this is your call. This is your game.
How many do you have left?
Wink.
I'm not doing that one.
No, that's what I've
Does
left.
Taco Bell count?
I don't think it counts
Count?
because she already said I have Taco
I
Bell.
have-
All right. So it does not
Taco
count.
Bell.
So she still counts that. That's the
Yes,
one she
yes,
did not
yes.
get said.
Technically,
All right,
it was
so-
said more than any word in the entire show, but okay.
No. All right. Andrea, how many do you have left to include the Taco Bell one you just threw away?
Again, Taco Bell. So the word that was said the most in the show, I have that one left, and Wink.
Okay, 2.
So 2. Jason Crase, how many do you have left? How many of your game pieces do you have left? 3. Jason Crase has 3. Patty, you're obviously the winner here tonight. So you have none. Tack, how many do you have
3.
left?
I had Nuke, Piglet, and Pennywise.
Piglet.
Those are hard.
Ooh.
Ooh, goddamn, those are really
I
hard.
was baiting for Pennywise because I was talking
Pennywise?
about the clown from McDonald's.
Yeah,
and
that's hard.
Those
That's
shows
really hard.
haven't started yet, though.
All right. Josh, how many do you have left?
I made it to 3.
So right now, and Adam has none. I'm in second place with Patty.
Cheaters. Cheat.
So our 2 losers are Josh and Tack, right? Is
Josh
that
and
3?
Tack?
Did Jason have 3 or did he have 2?
He has 3.
3.
So there's 3 losers.
Hang on a second. I'm gonna pick a bone here real quick.
Oh.
What word did you get rid of, Jason?
Excuse me?
What word did you get rid of? and how did that go down?
Hold on. Let me.
Because if it was butterfly,
No, I have butterfly.
You had butterfly.
I have butterfly.
I have to pee so bad it doesn't matter. Jason, into the mic. Pull it towards you. There you go.
Thank you. I had to say nothing to do with it.
And there goes a lamp.
It wasn't that.
I have butterfly.
I don't know.
So-
I
That's my
don't know. I'm lost.
It was Star Wars.
It was Star Wars.
I got your back. Thank you, Star
I
Wars.
can't play anymore, man.
All right, so you lost. You too.
Wait, what?
No.
What's What's the final judgment here? What do you guys
The
deciding?
final judgment, while we were on break.
I made everyone pick a number between 1 and 10. And the loser was the loser.
So who were the tying scores for the loser of the show?
It was,
Josh Wilson, aka Mr. Wilson.
Yeah, it was me.
And Tach.
And Jason.
So we had a 3-way tie for loser of the show.
What does that mean, loser of the show?
Well, loser of game time. So Tach segment every show is game time. It is called It's Game Time, which is available to be sponsored. If you're interested in sponsoring it, send an email to show@livingpodcariously.com.
Now I understand.
All right.
Okay, I'm a fucking loser right here.
Yeah, he lost.
So we had a 3-way tie for loser place, and then
How did you guys decide a winner?
Andrea picked a number. We all picked number 1 through 10, and the closest one was the loser.
That seems fair.
And
All right.
Jason won the loser spot.
Jason won the loser spot. So
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Tach, your date tonight is the winner.
Yes.
Jason is considered, in this case, the loser
Actually,
of
he's
It's
the
Game
winner
Time.
because he got to go out with me.
Oh, yeah, I know what that means. Tach's getting anal. All right, so
I told you that in confidence.
so
Did you bring your strap on to give him anal?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
what did you guys decide
Thank
for
God.
Girls just
the
want to have
winner
fun.
and loser of tonight's show?
We already decided that before the show.
What is the winner and loser supposed to do for tonight?
The winner is supposed to pick a song for the loser to sing a cappella or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like it. And who was chosen to be tonight's winner, Andrea? Or tonight's loser, Andrea?
Go, Jason.
Go Joe? You
Right,
about
it's
said
too
Go
hard not-
Joe?
I can't not say Go Joe because Alyssa was like
It's
2.
Go Joe, I guess.
By the
And
way-
now she's told for 10 years I've been calling him Go
Y'all
Joe.
gonna make me sing a song? Yeah.
By the way, if you
Fucking
look
nasty
if you
bitches.
look up on the wall right here, we have
What?
a framed photo from the Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat musical
Yeah, that's me.
performed
It's all our
me.
listeners can look up on our wall right now.
at Cocoa. Well, no, they can look up online at Cocoa Village Playhouse. You see Jason Crase as
me.
Joseph in
It's
the middle of
me.
that picture.
It actually is me.
So you're gonna sing a song
Gorgeous.
for us,
Look at
Jason?
that.
Yes, I'll sing a song.
All right.
What is it? What
Look at that hair.
What can I monkey for you?
Well, the winner got to pick the song. And
I'm
she
a
picked,
monkey for
Well,
so
if,
many.
If he knows the song Picture with Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow, I'll sing with him.
Ooh.
Does that sound like a?
This is
I'll
like
tell
a
you what.
nice treat.
So here's how we'll end the show. So from the regular podcast, we're going to close out the show right now with all of our plugs and all of our outro information. And then what you're going to hear very next after this little bit of information is whatever the punishment is for Mr. Jason Crase. So with that in mind, it's probably going to be a song.
Oh, the punishment.
Yeah, however, you'll hear that here shortly. So.
Yes,
I
thank
know.
you.
I think it'd be really fun to pick
Thank
Celine
you.
Dion for him.
Oh, that's very nice.
Do you know the words?
I would pick My Heart Goes On, so it's a good thing I didn't win.
Oh,
With that in mind, let's close the show out.
I feel like I'm paralyzed.
You shouldn't have lost. That's your fault.
Is that a kale?
Part of the
It's my fault. It's my fault.
All right, if you want to
fucking
follow us on
cunt. Shut the
social
fuck
media,
up.
You should have lost.
you want to follow us on all social media, you can follow us on
Shouldn't have
Twitter
lost.
and some other stuff.
I will.
So,
I will.
Hang on.
Andrea Joy.
Sorry, he's got
Oh, Andrea Jo Bertram. I will. Oh my gosh.
You gotta wait till after the show.
so you can follow us on Twitter at Podcarious. You follow us on Instagram as well as Facebook and somewhere else I forget.
Patreon. So our
Patreon.
biggest drive right now is if you're interested in additional content from the show, if you enjoy the cast members here, that's to include Jay Alvarez from the past, but also potentially
Jay.
new future Jason Crase.
You know what's
Nude.
funny is I've called him Jay my entire life.
Nude.
Check out the Living Podcariously Gentlemen's Club
Nude.
at
Nude.
patreon.com/Living Podcariously.
Nude.
There we go.
Obviously, go support our sponsors. Our two major sponsors right now are Village Idiot Pub and
The
The Salty Fox. So please go see them. Tell them you heard about them from Living Podcariously. We would greatly appreciate that. That it shows them that our listeners are getting engaged with their medium, their patronage, their
Their
what have you.
voices are one.
Yes.
Celebrated together.
And the Salty Fox was one of the few in Brevard County that was invested in the support process for Pulse out of Orlando.
Pulse.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. And I heard that from a lot of people in the cast. They're
Why
like,
am I always giving
salty
people fucking
fox
things
awesome.
to say?
Pulse.
Yes, Pulse.
Yeah.
Pulse.
So go see Salty Fox. They supported a fundraiser that raised money for the Pulse Foundation or the Pulse charity. What?
Awareness.
Pulse awareness.
Awareness.
Yeah.
Awareness.
All right. Anyway, thank you very much for listening tonight. We appreciate it. Tonight's a little bit off the cuff. Hey, guess what? That's what you get with Living Podcariously. So we want to especially thank Mr. Josh Wilson. Jesus
Josh
Christ.
Wilson.
Josh Wilson for showing up in studio tonight.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Thanks for having me again.
Hopefully, if everything plays out right, Josh will be more of a regular part of the show, and we hopefully can bring you more of content from Mr. Josh Wilson. So
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Another couple months on this move, and then I'll be more.
months?
I mean, we're not moving at the same time. Wife's staying behind, so it's just a whole weird transition thing.
What? Same mine?
that fucking Irma did a number to their house.
It really, we got roof damage and stuff, so it's slowing down our move. But it's okay. Couple months, I'll be around.
That's called a
Cool.
rental.
Yeah. I appreciate you guys listening to us tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Go support the Podcast Mafia here in Central Florida. Podcast Mafia is a Facebook group consisted of all of the local Central Florida podcasts. You've got Burn It Down. Let me just call them out right off the bat because they're a fantastic podcast locally here, right around the corner from us, about 2 miles from our house. Semantics out of Orlando. They're Tom and Dan. Samantha's from Tom and Dan's show. Check them out as well. Sorby Jones from the Sorby Jones Show. You've heard him here on Twisted 10 and Living Podcariously. Mr. Rocky Socha. They're just a ton of shows. Go check out the Podcast Mafia. Give them all the love in the world, as well as Podcast Discovery Center. There's about 1,500 members strong. And Podcast Radio Network. You'll hear us on Living Podcariously every what, Andrea? Every Thursday night on Podcast Radio Network. Go check them out. We appreciate it, guys. On behalf of Living Podcariously and potentially our new co-host of Living Podcariously and the Twisted 10, Mr. Jason Crase.
Auditions are still yet to come.
I am Adam, sitting across the room from me.
I'm Tach.
Sitting over on the Lady Chase.
I'm Andrea Choi.
Back sort of as usual, but we love to have him in studio always.
Mr. Wilson.
Mr. Wilson. Tax unofficial official date for the
Peppermint patty.
Pappy.
And
What did you say?
I said peppermint patty.
Peppermint Patty.
And you can't forget the beautiful, talented.
I like to call him the Mr. Triple Threat himself. Jason Crase, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you guys
Sorry.
listening.
It was kind of a Freddy Krueger.
Okay, so now
it was
say
kind of a Freddy Krueger.
okay,
thing.
so with confidence and everything, your name is?
My name is Jason Crase.
No, not in the tip. Move the mic.
My name is Jason Crase.
He gets in trouble more than me on the mic.
My name is Jason Crase.
And on that note, let's have two of the stars of the latest rendition of Beauty and the Beast from Cocoa Village Playhouse take us out with their very own version of Be Our Guest.
We're doing it.
And go.
That doesn't work. It's not a duet.
Thank you, mon cher mademoiselle. It is with deepest pride and greatest pleasure that we welcome you tonight. And now we invite you to relax. Let us pull up a chair as the dining room proudly presents your dinner. Be our guest, be our guest, put our service to the test. Tie a napkin around your neck, Sherry, and we provide Celeste.
Do you realize this will go on forever?
Our doors wide, we only live to serve. Try the great stuff, it's delicious. Don't believe me, I said dishes. We can sing, we can dance. I said all my sisters' friends. And the dinner here is never second best. Go on, unfold your man. You'll take a glance and then you'll be our guest. We are guests, be our guest. Beef ragout, cheese soufflé, pie and pudding en flambé. We'll prepare and serve with flair a culinary cabaret. You're alone and you're scared. I got
That was awesome.
Go on and hold on and you take a glimpse and then you'll be our guest. Be our guest.
So hey, let's take a minute here to say a little something about. Remember our Dan Cummins Day?
We had him on both Living Podcariously and the Twisted Tent.
Well, when he was in studio.
When we had him here in studio.
Yeah, yeah.
Of
Oh
course.
yeah, jet lag day.
Jet lag
That's
day
right.
for
That's when
Andrea.
she got back
That's
from
right.
Italy. That's right.
Right. And we gotten that day catered for us.
That's right. We sure did.
And that was, what was it, Wagon Wheel Pizza?
Absolutely. Wagon Wheel Pizza down out of Palm Bay hooked us up.
Oh my God,
just
it
to
was
keep
awesome.
my Italian vacation going, it was here when I got back.
Yes, it was.
It was awesome. It was quite a spread they gave us.
Yeah, they did. So we had, obviously, Dan Cummins was in studio with us. We also had the cast and crew from Burn It Down Show, and we had Ray Burrito with Gallows Humor Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So we had maybe 15, 18 people, whatever it was, in the studio that day,
Mm-hmm.
each doing their own recording sessions. Wagon Wheel catered not only for Dan to be here, but they also catered for every guest that we had that day.
Yeah.
So really big shout out to Wagon Wheel Pizza down in Palm Bay. Thank you guys so much for hooking us up. They had lasagna, spaghetti and meatballs,
Pizzas.
obviously pizza,
Wings.
and a gigantic salad that,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's weird. Our group doesn't really eat salad.
What?
What's that all about?
That's weird. I think our whole entire group weighs about 6,000 pounds, so combined.
Hey, speak for yourself, buddy. But yeah, we definitely want to thank the guys down at Wagon Wheel Pizza for hooking us up. It was amazing food. If you are in the Brevard County area and want amazing Italian food, not only is it pizza, but it's all sorts of Italian foods, then be sure to check Wagon Wheel Pizza out.
Indeed, they have several locations, I believe.
I think we're just promoting the one.
I know.
Do you want to say their locations and their phone number and their website address?
Palm Bay.
You can find them.
Pizza.
You can find them.
Find them. You can.
Start again.
You can find Wagon Wheel Pizza at 1760 Palm Bay Road, Northeast Palm Bay. If you want to give them a call, let them know you're coming. It's 321-724-4769 or email them at info@thewagonwheelpizza.com.
You can also check out their full menu at thewagonwheelpizza.com. So make sure you include that "the" at the beginning. There's imitators. We don't want them to, get the credit here.
No.
Check them out.